We try to be healthy. We try to be clean, especially as you get a little bit older and you look at pictures of how you used to look. We're not like crazy, like psycho about organic, get it. But sometimes we're not as sophisticated as shopping as all of that. But I am trying to stay away from things in boxes, processed sugar. Better that it comes out of the ground than out of a box. I'll say that much. Draggle Wolf, 920. Have you been to the Northwoods in autumn? The colors are really popping up. Darren in Green Bay. I'm getting a lot of that, Darren. It used to be, oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's nice. I am missing out. So up until last year, before we went for Christmas, I was getting the, when are you coming? When are you coming? When are you coming for Christmas? And now that I've done that, now they're essentially saying, when are you coming in autumn? When are you coming in autumn? My man, you noticed I'm not leaving the desk very often. So I do not know the answer to that. But I'm well aware of the colors. People keep talking to me about the colors changing. We don't get that here. Jim, here's another one. Damien. Between you and the boys, what does the Rome family trophy case look like? And does Janet have any trophies or awards? Damien in Greensboro. You know, the boys, we don't have a case, not a family trophy case. The boys had their trophies in their respective rooms. DJ's probably got hers stashed away in a garage. DJ's an athlete now. I am really proud of DJ the athlete. So DJ went to Long Beach Poly. Long Beach Poly is known for a powerhouse football program, one of the best football programs in America. Long Beach Poly, but really good school, really interesting school. Janet ran track and played volleyball and lettered in both. She's a good athlete now. We got a weekend coming up where there's going to be a ping pong table in a rental. She's already talking junk to Logs about how she's going to own him. Let's get some reaction to Woj. Amber is in. Romy, what a great interview with that Woj ESPN. He is truly a class act. I wish him all the best in his future endeavors. I'm always going to reference any breaking NBA news as a Woj bomb, regardless of who it comes from. Kenzie Marie, X10X, quote, Woj is one of those guests that is a must listen. He genuinely makes the show better. Best of luck to you at St. Bonaventure. No doubt you'll make that program better, just like you have everything you've touched. Kenzie in WA. Oh, no, let's not get this twisted. He is such an unbelievable get. He's like their best recruit ever. He wouldn't say that, but he's arguably their best recruit ever. You have any idea how many major programs on the verge of winning a national championship would have snapped him up in a second and paid him more? It's a labor of love. He wanted to go back to the place that he loved most and make a difference. At Bezer Guy 1, of course it's wrong to throw things on the field, but Profar brought that on himself, trolling the fans with his clownish behavior, not to mention embarrassing Mookie Betts. What did the guy expect? There's a reason Profar leads the league in HBP. Is it wrong to throw things on the field, or did Profar bring it on himself? Make up your mind, because it can't be both. Can't be both. Huge call brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. 1 in 4 car batteries is weak. It needs to be replaced. Let the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts test your battery for free. They can recommend the right Superstart battery for your vehicle. Learn more at O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's it. Now we're done. My thanks to Charles Robinson. My thanks also to Adrian Wojnarowski. He is the GM now, St. Bonaventure. Stay tuned for the aforementioned 4th hour in our free streaming television verse. See you then. We're out.
I am Robert Strickler. My wife Joyce and I have been married for 53 years. Certainly one of the really important things in my life are our children and our grandchildren. I am essentially a writer. I've been involved in communications in the media, I've been an avid fly fisherman for at least 40 or more years. I've been taking Prevagen on a regular basis for at least 8 years. For me, the greatest benefit over the years has been that Prevagen seems to help me recall things and also think more clearly, have a crisper ability to remember and think through things. And I enthusiastically recommend Prevagen. It has helped me an awful lot.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life. Robert Strickler is a content contributor for Prevagen and real user, based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
This is Dr. Hode from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
The 6th annual ZTA Think Pink Runway Fashion Show will be held on October 19th. Did you know that 1 in 8 women will have breast cancer within their lifetime? Sadly, there is no cure. Our mission is to make 1 in 8 none in 8. Join us at ECU Student Center on October 19th as we raise money to fight breast cancer. For tickets or to sponsor a table, please call 704-960-2052 or visit our website at thinkpinkrunwayfashionshow.weebly.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
My God!
Don't give me that homer. You know, no.
Hey!
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Yeah.
Flip that, Shirley. Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
Tony Dunn, you will not be making the Pirate Radio Live Open at this time.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, John.
I can't even feel my head up. Somebody got a big old head that wears these things.
That would be me. Jamie, I have a gourd, son. I sit there every day.
That's a tater right there.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, PR927FM.com, and the chat gangers already hanging out, already sending likes. We like to see that on Pirate Radio TV. Find us on YouTube, where you can find this show, the Brian Bailey Show, the Holt Naylor Show, the Greg Hudson Show, and more programs coming soon, plus our coverage of ECU football and soon basketball. We got Basketball Media Day coming up later on this week. We'll have a lot of videos on Pirate Radio TV for you to indulge in. We're also on Facebook Live. Head on over there, give us a like, a comment. How you feeling after what happened on Saturday? I usually don't say embarrassing loss. I'm not embarrassed. I went to ECU, but I'm not, it doesn't embarrass me that they lose football games until they lost to Biff back-to-back years. I was embarrassed. That was an embarrassing loss for me. And for many Pirate fans, as we were on 3+ hours on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show, we'll have our Celsius 5th quarter recap coming your way later on in the show. We'll also put the fries in the bag later on in today's program. We've got a former Pirate great, Pernell Griffin, going to join us. Boy, what a difference a week makes. I texted Pernell last week, didn't get a response, and then on Saturday morning, I got a text saying, "Hey, Clip, this is Pernell. This is from my new number, other number, whatever." And I was like, all right, let's set something up Monday. Last Monday, when I was going to have him on, we were going to talk about his speech in the locker room. He's dancing after the game. How about this Pirate program, man? Mike Houston's got it going, 1-0 in conference, about to be 2-0. The sky's the limit. What was it like being in there? And the tone has changed in a week. So we'll talk to Pernell about his experience and the 99 team being here for UTSA, and also what the hell happened on Saturday in Charlotte. Brian Bailey will join us in hour number 2. We've got Ellerbe, head of the table, hour number 1. Shirley Rhodes is here wearing her Dolphins hat on a Victory Monday for her. We've got J-Bone here not wearing an ounce of Raiders gear. Chan Man, left side.
Strong side.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, Clipper. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And Ellerbe as well. Hello, Jonathan.
What's up, guys? How's everybody feeling today?
Not good.
Fantastic.
Must be nice.
Could not be. Could be better.
You could be better.
Sports are great.
Man, do I love sports.
Man, do I love sports.
I love sports. I love the NFL.
And specifically, the Washington Commanders.
4-1, not a big deal.
Are you getting bored yet?
Sundays are boring. We're blowing out teams.
It's back-to-back weeks.
We're benching our quarterback, not because he's bad, the opposite, because we don't need to play him in the fourth quarter because the game's over. It's awesome. We'll get to NFL later and put some fries in some bags. But we'll start with ECU. Let me check in with the chat gang. Steve says, "Hey, yo. Commander Victory Monday."
Hey, yo.
Austin said, Shirley's nemesis Austin says, "Can't believe I'm saying this. I'd rather play an 80s theme, Name That Sound, than recap the Charlotte game. Can we not talk about this one?" Chad's in. Bang, bang, chat gang. PJ is in. How about that football team in D.C.? Hell yeah, he says. Jamie says, "Hey now."
Hey now.
Jerry's in the house. Newton is in the house. He said, let's hear it. Let's hear how ECU football digs out of the hole they appear to be in. All right, we'll try to do that. We'll get to our survivor pool later, which is over after 2 weeks. Unbelievable. Kaz is in the house. Ray says, what's up? Kevin said we lost to a coach that can't afford sleeves on a shirt. Well, you're wrong there, Kevin. He can afford a lot of things.
He's rich.
He's a rich man. He chooses to look like that.
He buys expensive shirts to cut the sleeves off.
And to beat East Carolina 2 years in a row. Kind of felt like a troll by the ESPNU cameras that they kept cutting back and forth on Mike Houston and Biff Poggi. And Mike Houston, buttoned up, in shape, looking great. I sound like Mick Mixon. Barrel chest,
arms crossed, barrel chest,
sharp chin. And then they cut over to Biff, and he's literally got man boob hanging out the side.
Side boob.
You can see, like, they almost had to break out the black bar to cover a little nipple there. That was so much boob hanging out. And this guy's kicking our butt for the second straight year.
Did y'all notice that he changed shirts at halftime?
Oh, yeah.
So
went from white to blue.
Did he get more or less revealing? Did he slip into something a little more comfortable?
He slipped into something a little more comfortable. He says, guys, y'all going to make adjustments? I'm going to slip into something a little more comfortable.
I got to make a couple of adjustments myself.
Let me put my victory PJs on.
Yeah. Josh is listening on his drive to Cherokee. Hope everything's
safe travels.
Going on okay up there, man. Got some fries comments. Robert
put the fries in the bag.
By the way, for folks that just went dark on Saturday and are just tuning in, no coaching change, no word from AD, because we're getting head coach nominations here, but we still currently have a head coach.
We got one on Facebook as well.
All right. Well, we'll get over there. Johnny's just here for therapy. We'll do our best. I'm not licensed, but I have been doing the fifth quarter a while. Noah says they whooped our butt. Let's see. Facebook, what do we got? We got Adam saying, start this thing off quick. Joe Sloan should be sought after for head coach. All right. I talk to Joe every now and then. Susan Dean says no victory Monday for the Panthers, but did drop off an awesome gift for you, John.
Yes, she did. And she did, her being a PSL owner, they get this book, which kind of goes through the history, the 30th season of Panther football this year. And thank gosh, there's no words. There's a lot of pictures, just like I like my books.
First book Chan's read in a while, and it's just all pictures.
There is words in there, though, and it tells you about like who the player are and what they're doing and what happened in that year. I skip over that part.
It's kind of like
I look at the pictures.
Did y'all go to the book fair? And like I would get sports books at the book fair. Like Bo Jackson that would tell you about athletes.
Yes.
That kind of reminds me of that.
But look, pictures tell the story.
Which is why, shout out to you and Jenny. Y'all told the story from Jerry Richardson Stadium on Saturday.
Yes. A lot of Pirate fans out there, a lot of Pirates to take pictures of, and they want their pictures. We actually saw Atticus put the fries in the bag. Saw him, and the guys around him were like, take my picture, take my picture. So, great turnout for Pirate fans in Charlotte. Just no turnout for the football team on the field.
Must have been early in the game because I saw a lot of Michaels and Gakwe Family Dentistry smiles in those pictures.
Oh, yeah.
And there probably weren't many after that game.
There was a lot of hope. There was a lot of hope for Pirate fans there, and there was a lot of smiling faces. And if we did the pictures at the end of the game, there probably wouldn't be as many smiles. Maybe none at all. But, good thing we can get those pictures before the game where there's still hope.
All right, and Zach says, Chon, are the Hornets back? We're definitely not talking about that. Pirates hammered.
They lost.
They lost the preseason game.
They lost by 2.
Pirates hammered by Charlotte. What do we do now?
Is that a leftover caller from the fifth quarter, or is that somebody hanging on right now there, Clipper?
Leftover.
It is? Okay. I was like, man, this guy wants to get on. I was like...
He's been on since Saturday.
He's still hanging by a thread.
We're off the air. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll hang on to him.
Are y'all still there? I'm still here.
I think what do the Pirates do now is work their butts off to figure out a way to beat Army on the road at noon a week from Saturday in West Point, which is going to be a tall task because they're undefeated and they're having a good football season. But you know what? Alabama was number 1 in the country, having a really good football season, and they rolled into Nashville and left with an L. So I'm not ruling out.
And the fans left with the goalpost.
Yeah, I'm not ruling out that the Pirates can't beat Army, but they certainly have their work cut out for them. And right now, as you said, at 3-3. They've put themselves where the backs are against the wall. I think the one thing, East Carolina, I think the frustration has been really, it's almost like a decade of frustration if you reflect back long enough, of these Pirate fans that have been around the program for a long time, whether it's 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, or whatever. It's like East Carolina always used to be the program that used to do more with less, and now it feels like the Pirates are getting beat and passed by teams that have less than East Carolina, and
because they are.
I know, and I think that's as a program, and now being winless against Charlotte, and not being able to beat App the last few years and losing to Liberty this year. That's been a tough pill to swallow.
It's eye-opening. Sometimes you don't really notice it when you're in it, but you kind of take a step back and see where we are compared to schools that weren't here 20 years ago.
10 years
ago. The FCS 20 years ago.
Let's take it back even further. I remember when Marcus Crandall got his leg broken, that was against UCF. They were a Division 1AA team at the time. They're in the Big 12 right now. USF started football. Not, and they're in the same conference with us, but
we've been lapped.
There's been a lot of programs that have added football over the history of the last 30, 40 years. And most recently now Charlotte, who's in their 12th year, and the Pirates are 0-2 against. And I think for Pirate fans watching when Charlotte's, bragging about their 4th largest crowd at 17,000 some, and ECU fans are like, wow, how is this possible? And really the way the Pirates lost on Saturday is just really like you take both hands and scratch your head on both sides after that, and are just frustrated, very frustrated. And I think East Carolina, I don't know what the answers are, but I know there should be a lot of questions being asked and a lot of gut checks, and how East Carolina is doing things needs to be checked, and they got to figure it out fast, because this football season could spiral worse out of control, or it could get a lot better. You can go up and upset Army and then come back and get a win against Temple. Things could be looking a lot brighter. So it's hard to see the sunshine maybe on this dark gray clouded day if you're an ECU fan, even though it may not be like that outside. But there are still possibilities, but they got to figure something out.
Yeah, I try my best to not talk out of both sides out of my mouth, and if I say something and it ends up being wrong, I'm not going to take the other side and pretend I didn't say the previous thing. I'll just say, yeah, I got to stick with what I said. And I said, not thinking that it would happen, but if Mike Houston loses to Biff 2 years in a row, he should be fired. And that happened. So I guess I've got to stick with that.
Is that what you still feel that today?
Yeah, he should be fired.
Okay.
2-10 last year. What are we, 3-3 right now?
At the moment, or just like, you would be for his removal now?
That's fine.
I see. I think I don't know if that does the team or program any service right now.
I don't either. I don't know if it helps or hurts.
I think Mike Houston, you could justify for him to be removed once if the program got to 3-7. If they got where they're disqualified from a bowl, then there would be no need for him to coach the final 2 games, because his fate would have been sealed by that point. But I do think there is, and I don't know what the fate or future is of Mike Houston, but he definitely controls his own destiny. But you got to watch him play Army, and then he's definitely week to week at this point, because you heard all the calls, you've seen the social media, you've seen the outrage of where people are, and they want better. And what is better? Who is better? What is the solution? Because it's definitely a mind-boggling puzzle of what East Carolina, the state of East Carolina football right now.
Former Pirate Jerome Bacon, first of all, said before he got to the ECU talk clip, #RaiseHell. Still cautiously optimistic, as am I, Jerome. Then he got to Charlotte. He said, Charlotte called a soft, worst thing you can say to a football player. They need to watch the game film on repeat for 2 weeks. No effort to tackle in the second half. Makes me sick to my stomach. And did say Mike Houston deserves a chance to coach the rest of the season for his job, but the seat is hot. His downfall is his ability to recruit a quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a team. That is a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Just not even close to a high school quarterback doing anything here. And then we've gone the portal route, and Jake Garcia is light years better than what we had last year, and won a few games, but still the inability to recruit a quarterback has been eye-opening. We have Cole Hodge, who was part of this class, but is out for the year with an injury, so that is TBD. But right now we have nothing we're in year 6, just nothing as far as a recruited quarterback goes.
Well, and I mean, look, it's, the reason, Mike Houston kept his job last year at 2-10. They did not remove him because, they say they couldn't afford to fire him, and it's like, why after year 3 was there an extension given to Mike Houston? When after, a first year, a COVID year, and then a 7-5 year, he was given an excuse. So some of it is on the fundamentals of how we operate as a football business at East Carolina University of giving out these long contracts and binding ourselves to coaches that when things get in a worst case scenario, financially, it hurts the program that you're not able to move on from somebody. I kind of wrote something on my social media yesterday. I just kind of feel like in the world of college athletics, a 3-year contract is more than fair for any college coach once they start at a new school. And then they have 3 years. And if they do really good in 1, 2, or year 3, they will get another job somewhere else. They will be hired by a bigger program. Or at that point, if they're still here, you can evaluate if you want to go year to year at that point. If they've been, 4-8, 6-6, 7-5, and you're like, okay, what do we do? Let's just keep going year to year if they want to go year to year until they either hit it big or they go bust. It's like a game of craps now. And then because you're literally year to year with players every year right now. So just lock into a coach for 3 years and see what they can do. And then, I think at East Carolina, particularly here, maybe it doesn't work for everywhere, but I really feel like you got to have the mentality of whoever the football coach is, you don't want them here longer than 3 years. You want them to win, leave it better than they found it, and then you're on to finding the next person. Enough of this stage 5 clinger hanging on like we need someone here for 6, 7, 10 years, because look at it. When someone's been here 5, 6, 7 years, we get sick of them. You get tired of. It's history.
Well, especially in today's college.
Yes, but
everything's year to year.
But
anyway.
it's facts.
Yeah.
Come here. Hey, look, Coach X, you have 3 years to win. If we're going to give you a $12 million contract over 5 years, is what you're thinking, pare that back down to 3 years and say, hey, look, go get it. And look, when you offer a contract to a coach, you got to be in perfect alignment with the administration and the fans' expectations. And the coach also has to say in this day and age, saying, hey, look, I'm coming here, but I'm going to need $2 million in NIL money. And you kind of all agree on that. Now, if the school says, look, all we can do is $1.5 million of NIL money, and the coach takes the job, then he can't be blaming like, well, they promised me things I didn't, get or whatever. But it's just, they got to be in perfect alignment. And then, because, we East Carolina fans all feel that it is ripe for the taking for this team to compete for the American Championship and compete for a playoff spot with the amount of fan base and support that is potentially out there. There has to be some sort of rallying cry to get everybody on the same page and a unifier that can create excitement and cast a big vision that they can do something immediately when they hit the ground running.
All right. A lot to get to. This Johnny Stats is in. And Johnny, I have a bit of a weird brain, but your brain just operates at a way. I wish I'd have looked this up. This is tremendous. And I thought we were a pretty decent football team. I had a 7-5 going into the year. I thought that was a pretty fair,
still possible,
conservative, approach to it. And I thought we were pretty good. But how about this? This is, according to Johnny Stats, you can look this up, a complete list of teams that have been beaten by teams that ECU has defeated this season. You get that? Do you understand that concept? Mm-hmm. The list of teams that have been beaten by the teams that we have beaten, which would have been Norfolk State, Old Dominion, and UTSA. The teams they beat are Bowling Green, Kennesaw State, Houston Christian, VMI, and Virginia State. We're talking... that is eye-opening. That is
the teams that East Carolina has victories over. Read the list of who they have victories over again.
So we have defeated Norfolk State,
Old Dominion,
ODU, UTSA. The teams that those three teams, the only teams those three teams have defeated are Bowling Green, Kennesaw State, Houston Christian, VMI, and Virginia State. We
What was the Christian school? Say that. What was that?
Houston Christian.
Houston.
I believe that was UTSA. Houston Baptist.
I think UTSA beat them. And and it sounds like Norfolk State probably has like maybe the Virginia State or VMI.
You got them on lockdown, yeah.
And then
or ODU.
And ODU may have the Bowling Green win. I think they have the Bowling Green win.
Wow. So
nothing to brag about.
That is a great stat.
With our three Johnny Stats. I mean, I agree with you. How does he think like that?
Yeah, that's great brain work.
I appreciate his sick sports mind.
I love it. Chad says, if we're going to be a stepping stone, why bother? Everybody's a stepping stone.
Sports is a stepping stone.
Yeah. There's always a better job out there. There's always a better gig. That's every place is a stepping stone.
That's like
some stones are bigger than others.
Look, I think we need to embrace the stone. I think we need to put a stone outside the stadium.
Put it on
Let's
a shirt.
get stoned.
Hashtag embrace the stone.
Well, I think we should start playing the Rolling Stones at the Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. I mean, look, seriously, wouldn't we be excited after back-to-back 10-2 seasons and someone accepts the job at South Carolina, LSU, or, Houston or somewhere? I mean, hell yeah. Let's go.
Thanks for the memory, such and such. Now it's on to the next person.
Zach says, is there no media availability to coach Houston this week? If there isn't, that says a lot. It doesn't say anything, Zach. It's always this way on a bye week. That says nothing.
It's fall break. It's a bye week. If this was the case and we were playing Army this Saturday and there's no media availability, then
A, that'd be hilarious. B, yeah, that would say something.
Then the mystery machine would be driving around the Ward building over there trying to figure out what's going on.
We need to take a break. Ellerbe, you done or coming back?
I can come back for the other side.
All right, we'll be back with Ellerbe, Chon, The Bone, Shirley Rhodes, and all of your comments and questions, interacting with you throughout this Monday program, as well as we talk about the ills of ECU football at the moment. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender. NMLS 888-516.
The 6th annual ZTA Think Pink Runway Fashion Show will be held on October 19th. Did you know that 1 in 8 women will have breast cancer within their lifetime? Sadly, there is no cure. Our mission is to make 1 in 8 none in 8. Join us at ECU Student Center on October 19th as we raise money to fight breast cancer. For tickets or to sponsor a table, please call 704-960-2052 or visit our website at thinkpinkrunwayfashionshow.weebly.com.
Need cash fast? National Finance Company is here to help. For over 50 years, National Finance Company has been the small loan specialist with loans from $1,000 to $5,000 with low payments to meet your budget. We're in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Apply online for a loan at one of our convenient branch offices and get your money as fast as today. It's easy. Get the cash you need. For extra cash, visit nfcmoney.com.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, this is John Gordon, author of The Energy Bus, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Does your active lifestyle have your body aching? If so, K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Visit them on 2800 East 10th Street and try their services like float therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact them today at krossfloats.com. K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio, Restful Intentions. And Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Right on the corner and always right on the price at Doug Henry of Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Thank you, Shirley. J-Bone, John, Ellerbe. Adam says, I like the stat about the wins from teams we have beat, but the wins from the teams that beat us are much better. Let's see that list. Break it out.
Yeah.
I know there's a Rice up there, and then some FCS Charlotte team beat. Liberty doesn't play anybody, so I know those names aren't impressive. And the other was App State, who's been losing pretty regularly since they beat us, right?
Yeah, after they beat us, they got drilled by South Alabama.
USA.
They got drilled by USA.
That's right. Go America. Let's see. Kenny says we are 3-3 coming off a horrible loss to Charlotte. We are going to hear the noise because that was a ridiculous showing. But you go in and win at Army, and then the ship stops taking on water. If you get beat down at Army, it's time for life jackets and lifeboats. Season is not lost, but I'm loading up the flare gun. All right.
Did y'all see how Temple lost this past Saturday?
I haven't watched any Temple football.
They were playing UConn, and they were going in for they were like on like the 2-yard line, and they were lined up to go in for the go-ahead touchdown. And they were trailing. Temple was trailing, and Temple fumbled the ball. UConn scooped it and ran it back the other way for a touchdown.
Yikes.
Kind of. I mean, that's Temple. Temple is a very, very got to be demoralized bad football team, and that's the next opponent coming into Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium after the Army game. So it would be, I think, a home loss to Temple is absolutely cannot be under the books under any circumstances, no matter what happens in Army. I feel like
will there be more people at the Charlotte game Saturday or at ECU Temple?
So 17,000.
Well, there'll be more than 17 at the ECU Temple game. Good. So unless for some reason there's like some sideways rain event or something,
it's homecoming,
crazy like that. It is homecoming weekend.
Jared, can you make me a "We Want Temple" sign, please? I want to.
We didn't want Temple for many years.
No, we want them now.
Temple owned the Pirates for many years, but then after Temple, I believe there's another bye week because then it's back-to-back Thursday night games at home against FAU and then at Tulsa, and then a trip to North Texas, which is going to be a tough game, and then the Midshipmen.
Yikes!
A gentleman in the UB parking lot stopped to talk to me about the 4-1 Washington Commanders. And ECU volleyball. Said he was at an exciting match on Saturday as the Pirates took down North Texas.
It was Sunday,
3-2. Also won on Friday over a sweep over UTSA. Adler Augustine's Pirates right now sitting at 10-4 on the season. They are perfect in Minji's 3-1 in conference play. Congratulations, volleyball team.
The Pirates are rolling, Clip.
Little fast fact is Robert Jones's daughter was on the North Texas team.
That man told me that fact.
Yes.
I was unaware of that.
And then, of course, his niece, Tori Blake, still on The Voice. So,
all right. Nice connection there.
Little Pirate connection. Texas connection there.
Sean, what do you think? I hadn't heard much from you today.
What do I think?
What was your experience like in Jerry Richardson Stadium?
Lots of denim, lots of jeans.
Now you're going to do the joke? You sold me on my joke on the pregame.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No.
Did baby have her blue jeans on?
I will say this. So 50% of that stadium was probably ECU fans. A good 25%. I mean, there was a lot of students in the stands, and if Zach's listening, he can tune in. But I felt like most of
if he's listening, he can tune in,
or he can tune into the conversation.
Okay. Well, wouldn't that be part of?
Would you say join in?
Join in.
Okay.
Were you in Dumb and Dumber 3?
No, we're filming that now.
He's in Beta Club.
Yeah.
And my daughter just got in Beta Club, so
welcome to the club.
Well, might not be too early for her to back out.
No, there was a lot of students in the stands, and I feel like majority of the Charlotte fans there in attendance were students. But the tailgating scene was kind of weird. A lot of there wasn't like a compact like tailgating scene. Like there was people over here, people over there. We went and saw Jared Plummer and his wife and their tailgating crew. And shout out to former ECU long snapper Charlie Coggins. He was a part of that tailgating crew over at the Hilton.
Long snapper.
When it comes to the play on the field, it just seemed like this was the first loss. So you look at the first two losses of the season, and you have feeling of like, man, we're gonna beat the brakes off of App State. We're gonna beat the brakes off of Liberty. And from the get-go on Saturday, I felt, this is not good. Just the way they were able to run the football, just keep running the football. And when we got down 14-0, man, I was like, God, can we come back? And then it just seemed like there was nothing going on offense, drop balls. We had a perfect play, Anthony Smith to Chase Sowell that was dropped. I feel like, if you catch that, maybe the momentum kind of swings in our favor. But just a pitiful performance from East Carolina. And going into that game, ECU fans felt great about it. Vegas felt great about it. Pirates were 9-point favorites on the road. There was no way you're going to lose to Biff Poggi for a second year in a row. And there was no damn way you were going to lose to Biff Poggi by 31 points.
Eyeball test, who had the better team? Like talent-wise.
Jonathan.
Talent-wise. Was Charlotte more talented?
Thank you for asking the tough question.
I think the team that won by 31.
I know, but I mean, was Charlotte that much more, or were they?
I think they were ready to play football. I think they were just ready to play football.
East Carolina wasn't ready to play.
That's what it looked like. They weren't ready to play football.
Yeah, but I mean, if you were grading out the talent.
I guess we have the talent, but I mean, if you don't execute, it doesn't really matter who has the talent or not. If you don't execute, and I think the game plan going into the game was a lot better than East Carolina's. Charlotte did exactly what a lot of people, that App State and Liberty did, which was to get us off the field, which is not hard to do when we're on offense, and then run the ball, open the pass game up. So I don't know. The talent, I guess, is on our side, but it doesn't matter. We lost by 31 points. But you lose to Biff Poggi. This is a program that started 10, 11 years ago, back in 2013. But you let them come in here last year, and you can go, all right, we didn't have a quarterback. Because if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have anything. But to lose to Charlotte and Biff Poggi on our turf, no matter if it was close or not, 10-7, I did not see what happened on Saturday. I did not see that in my forecast at all.
How were the facilities?
Not great.
So the stadium was...
The stadium's weird because you're walking towards the stadium, but as you get in the stadium, it goes down. So it's like in a hole. You know what I'm saying?
It goes down.
It goes
it's
down.
In a hole.
It's in a hole. So the stadium, I mean, the facilities are...
I like stadiums like that. I think it's pretty cool.
You like when you walk in and go down, you don't have to go up.
I like walking and seeing like the upper deck. It's pretty neat.
So instead of having to go up like a Dowdy Fickens.
Yeah. That's just a personal preference. It has nothing to do with anything.
But Chandler says it's weird.
It's definitely not normal.
It's not.
Carter Finley's like that.
It's not normal.
I know, but like your home isn't like that. You don't walk to your upstairs by going down, or do you?
You don't walk your upstairs. You can't lose football games.
Ellerbe's eye level with his chimney when he gets home. His home goes down.
Yeah, it's crazy how things have turned some more, because we were just talking football last week about a 3-2 ECU football team beating UTSA, going 1-0 in the conference, going into the Charlotte week. I think on a consensus basis, I think everybody felt as good about this game than any other game this year going into it.
Yeah.
My vibe check was at an 8 all week, and then on Thursday I think I went to a 9.
Yeah.
I think if you would have told me the final score, I would have said
I would have thought you were crazy.
I would have said with certainty that East Carolina had the 50 number.
Yeah.
I would be like, awesome, our offense finally got it done.
Yeah. Final score is going to be, what was the final score? I don't even remember.
55-24.
If I said final score from Saturday is going to be 55-24, I'd be like, man, East Carolina finally put one on them. Finally played a good game. I would not have thought that East Carolina would have gotten waxed the way they did.
And you ask about the talent question. We have the talent, and that's why it's so frustrating when we're having.
That's what I thought.
That's why it's frustrating that we're sitting here talking about not just a loss, but an ass whooping to Charlotte. So I think it's disgusting.
Noah says, doesn't Charlotte have a lot of P4 transfers? Sure, a lot of P4 transfers that lost to 23 by James Madison, 18 to a bad North Carolina team. They beat Gardner-Webb by 1, lost 52-14 to Indiana. They beat Rice by 1. Those P4 transfers. And then they beat East Carolina by 31 points. I don't want to hear the transfer thing. I don't care who they have. They're not a good team, and they beat us by 31, meaning we are a terrible team.
We're not talking about this enough. They beat Gardner-Webb by 1 point.
The running Bulldogs.
I tell you who was running on Saturday, Charlotte. Running it right up her throat.
Our throats.
Well, the offense went much better anyway.
Offense wasn't good. But
it was a team loss.
It was
We had that meaningless kick return.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it'd been a good time to hit the Jim Mora post game.
We didn't do diddly poo.
Mm-hmm. Playoffs.
Jamie said, bowl game.
Playoffs.
Jamie says, Nadeau. I'm sure Nadeau is not picking ECU anymore. Man, so I got a screenshot.
What you got?
Nadeau, just a little parlay to win $30K.
And he had ECU a part of that parlay?
Here's what he had. Virginia money line, they win.
Winner.
Navy money line, they win. SMU +8, they win outright. Army money line, they win. Indiana money line, they win. Nebraska money line, they win. Over in Alabama Vanderbilt, that goes over easy. His last one, East Carolina money line. 8-leg parlay, 7 out of 8. The loser's ECU.
No, the loser's Jeff Nadeau.
I'm going to reach out. I'm sure he'll come on. Personally, I don't, because he's gonna take it out on me, probably. But it would be entertaining to hear his rant. He'll probably have an all-time ECU rant later this week.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely
painful.
All right, real quick, what's your number for ECU Army? The point spread next Monday will be
Army's 20. Been like a 11.5, 12, almost every week.
I'll say 17.
I was going to say 17.5.
No, I'll go another 12.5, something like
12.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 20. Probably
if we couldn't stop Charlotte's run game.
I know, I get that, but
I just think Army's going to have a dominant game against UAB this week, and it's going to be
against Trenton Dilfer.
It's not like the freaking Alabama.
And his grandson?
Yeah.
They got smoked.
My grandson.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But hey, look, there are 6 more games to play. We'll see what the Pirates can do. It'll be fun to watch and fun. Huh?
Fun to watch, you say?
I think it'll be interesting.
Okay.
I think it's.
You having fun, Ellerbe? Did you have fun Saturday? You having fun? Anybody having fun?
Yeah. Speaking of fun, real quick, I just want to thank real quick. We had some. The internet went out here at MetroNet, and so we had some major issues here at downtown Greenville in a studio or whatever. But big shout out to Jason at Optimum. Only in East Carolina and Greenville, North Carolina, can you live in a community where someone will see a Facebook post, hear about adversity going on at a local business, and Jason was at home. He wasn't out working and came out of his way to reconnect us with internet, a service we're not currently partnered with. And so I want to give a big shout out to Optimum for going above and beyond the call of duty to help a friend in need and a person of the community. And I think that's what makes living here and being a part of the Pirate Nation very special. So very thanks to him. I will also say, MetroNet, they failed us with their services and everything. They worked really hard and were nice and were doing whatever they can to overcome their issues or whatever. But I think that part of my Saturday, as adverse as it was early on, it was really cool that people that really care. And I think deep down, you also see that's going on in the western part of the state. And I know a lot, like our friends at Pugh's Tires, they're leaving tomorrow to go to the western part of the state. If you want to take some supplies, they still have some time to drop by any of their locations and drop off some waters or anything else. Call them and ask them what they need if you haven't donated anything yet. But there's a lot of good going on in this world outside maybe some of your sports misery. So big shout out to Jason at Optimum for the hookup on Saturday, and thanks to the team here that responded and worked hard throughout the day. And we had an epic 5th quarter that was full of a lot of people watching, listening, and calling in.
We'll have our Celsius best of 5th quarter coming your way later on in the show. The groups of us will answer this when we return. Ellerbe will answer it now. Who will start at quarterback for ECU against Army?
Jake Garcia.
All right. We'll have our answers when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after these words.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Are you guys ready for some ECU football? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to kick this season off, we're doing 90 days till first payment on all Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Also, up to $9,500 off new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row and up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. And Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese, biscuits, and country food around. They're open every day, and they have 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. And both locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
No. Thank you, Shirley. Rocking the Dolphins lid after their win over New England. We'll talk NFL later on in the show. We got to put the fries in the bag here on this Monday.
I got
Put
one.
the fries in the bag.
I got one for a winning quarterback.
Okay. Can't wait to hear that. We had a question before we took a timeout from Luke. Luke says, who do y'all think will start at quarterback for the Army game? Ellerbe says, Jake Garcia.
I'm going to continue the trend. Jake Garcia.
Bone.
I mean, Holton said it Saturday night. Whoever Mike Houston sends out to the media, that guy's probably starting, so I'll go Caton.
Ooh.
Not that it matters. We're going to lose.
Well, that's an interesting little tidbit. You didn't have to say that part either.
I mean, I don't really care.
Can we do a hypothetical real quick?
Sure.
Sure, I love those.
ECU's quarterback room is Jake Garcia, Caton Hauser, Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell. Who would start at quarterback?
Not the first two. Once again, I guess you go Gardner because of the mobility.
Okay.
As long as Luke Getsy's not calling the plays, I think Gardner Minshew could probably get something done. I mean, you got a guy rolling out to his left, and he's a right-handed quarterback. We'll get to it later.
And you know why Gardner's going to be a starting quarterback? Because he's a bird.
He's a cougar.
Because he's a cougar.
Shirley, who are you starting at quarterback next Saturday?
I mean, as wildly inconsistent as he has been, he has given us the best chance to win. I got to go with Jake Garcia.
I would go Garcia as well, I reckon.
And I heard Holton talking about this the other night on the fifth quarter, and I thought about it when I was on the sideline.
On the sideline?
Sideline! I said, Caton Hauser coming in the game. But why now? Why now? I thought it was
Now, why did he do that?
I thought it was an interesting move to put him in at that time of the game. Like, it's fine. You're going to put him in. But, like, why not wait? And Holton, like I said, I'm repeating what Holton said. Why not wait till halftime to say, hey, and not even wait till you get to the locker room. Tell them on the way to the locker room, say, hey, get your mind right. You're going to be our starting quarterback for the second half.
Well, they said on the broadcast, like, they put in Caton Hauser, and then they just hand the ball off. Like, Jake couldn't do that?
I believe Mike Houston was asked if Jake Garcia was sick during the postgame.
Yeah.
And he was not. He's
not sick.
Okay.
I was sick.
Yeah.
Fans were sick.
Jamie says, has Brett been redeemed with his ECU and Virginia Tech discussion? Well, not the Virginia Tech part, but the ECU part, justice for Brett.
I got to give him his flowers.
I know you're not going to like this, Jarrett. He might be right.
I mean, he's been pretty consistent with the correctness.
And he's got a bet with Atticus, Mr. Put the Fries in the Bag. Is it 5.5, over, under 5.5?
I think yeah.
If ECU wins under 5.5 games, Atticus has to write or type a 2-page apology letter to Brett. If ECU wins over 5.5 games, Brett has to write an apology letter to Mike Houston, who may not be here to redeem that letter. So
if he does, how are we going to get this to Mike Houston? We're going to, hey, where's Coach's office at? Hey, I got something for Coach.
I'm Brett.
I got him a letter. And at the end of the letter, it says, go Mets.
Dude, I was like, screw Brett, man. Saturday was when the Mets, they beat the Phillies. Not that I'm rooting for the Phillies. I wouldn't watch that series with, I'll use a joke from the 1980s, Ray Charles's eyes. Do we have any popular blind people these days?
Stevie Wonder.
Dude, again.
These days.
Like, he
is still alive. He's part of these days.
We always used to go Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. Do we have any updated blind people we can
Who is an updated blind person?
Who's the most famous blind person?
Give me a blind person.
Let me know. Chat gang, help us out.
There was a long snapper at USC that was blind. Tell you how bad I was.
Amanda
I can see.
Seyfried
I still didn't play college football.
of Ted 2 fame. Oh, she's blind.
What? I mean, I've heard her name.
Famous blonde people.
Wait, no, she's not.
Ah, she's perfect.
She's looking a dog.
Oh, it says blonde. My bad.
Wait, was that a joke or not?
No, that's definitely not a joke.
My big thumb hit O instead of I.
You tell me.
But if she's the
Who's
top
a
of
famous blonde person?
She's at the top of famous blonde people. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
The only one that came to mind.
You thought she was blonde?
I was sitting here looking like, man.
She's looking a dog in the eyes. Or is she?
That looks questionable.
Go ahead, Shirley.
I was going to say the only thing that popped into my head was Cody Lee, but that is only if you were a fan of America's Got Talent, because he was blind and could play the piano and sing.
There was a blind contestant on MasterChef named Christine.
This person was a chef?
Yeah. And I don't know how much I believe it, but
I'll take whatever she's cooking.
Johnny Depp is blind in his left eye. According to him. I don't know if that's a...
Let's take a break. If anybody's got any more famous blind people,
give us famous blind people. Not blonde, blind.
Not blonde. Legally blind, not legally blonde. Reese Witherspoon.
You are correct, sir.
Is the legally blonde.
What? Like it's hard?
We'll take a break. BB joins us on the other side of this timeout on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. We got more for you after this.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
You want a sub made the authentic Jersey way? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want a radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a talking dog that only talks about Jersey Mike's. My owner says, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Get me an authentic Jersey sub." He says, "That's all you ever think about." And I say, "No. I also think about teaching myself to drive the Jersey Mike's, but until I figure that out, you're all I have." Woof, woof. Made the authentic Jersey way since 1956. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard. Until the other team scores. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, Barbershop Quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
The arrival of fall also means the arrival of new clothing at Russell's. Hey, it's Rhonda, and we're gearing up for a new season. New color, new texture, new styles, and even a few new lines. Whether it's game day, school day, church day, or wedding day, we have you covered. It's all the quality clothing lines you've come to love and enjoy at prices you can afford. We're open 10 to 5, Monday through Saturday, for your convenience. Alterations are provided and handled in-house. A clothing store to meet your every need. Russell's Clothing in historic downtown downtown Washington.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join DriveHereNow.com. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and a proud supporter of the Pirates. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Shirley. We got Jarrett Watkins. Who won the race yesterday, Jarrett? A lot of wrecking going on.
Yeah, Recky Stenhouse won.
Oh, Recky. Fitting.
The house.
I saw a tweet. Did they set the record for the biggest wreck ever?
Yeah, it was like 25 plus.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch was in the lead there for a little while.
Yeah. Made a move at the wrong time, ended up near the back.
Jarrett had the ultimate just angry Sunday going with the Raiders on and NASCAR on right beside it. Just an angry fella.
It was nice, I guess. Be around some folks, drink some beers.
Be around some folks. Even a bad NFL Sunday is better than most days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I could still watch other games, like Baltimore, Cincinnati was good.
Yeah. There were some good games. Jags, Colts.
Yeah.
Jags.
Joe Flacco.
Getting off the schneid. Austin says if Amanda Seyfried is blind, she's also the greatest actress of our lifetime. Very good point, Austin. All right, let's head out to the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. BB Brian Bailey joins us. How you doing, Brian?
Very good. There was a great game on last night, too.
Did everybody stay up for it, Sean?
I did. It was boring.
Good.
Jarrett says no. It was boring. The Cowboys have played some boring games this year, buddy.
How about them Cowboys?
Wow.
Man.
That's old school.
Cowboys get it done in the end. Bailey, we were here early talking off the air about they run the jump over the pile play with what's that, Mark Lemke's nephew? I haven't heard another Lemke in sports since the old Braves second baseman. I hadn't heard of this guy till last night. I had a big screen pass to get him inside the 5, but tries to dive over, gets popped, they fumble the ball, and I think Dak jumped on it, right?
Yeah, Dak jumped on it. It was actually Dowdle that jumped up and tried to leap over.
Oh, okay. It wasn't Lemke. All right.
No, it was a great play by the Pittsburgh defensive back or linebacker or whatever he was. I mean, he timed it perfectly. But my whole thing was, you're at the half-yard line on second down. Just run the tush push. I mean, Dak's a big guy. Just quarterback sneak it. And when they handed it off, and I was like, oh, that's not going anywhere. And then all of a sudden the ball popped out, and I think I lost 3 years of my life when the ball popped out. But he jumped back on it, and then and I don't know if people that really didn't pay attention to it, but Tolbert, they call it the touchdown pass. On third down, they threw to him in the back of the end zone, and the ball popped up and hit him in his private area. So he's limping around. I watched the post game interview with him, and he said, "Man, I could hardly breathe."
Oof.
So they brought him. They were going to take him out, then he went back in, and then he catches the game-winning touchdown. That was crazy.
Brian Bailey joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Big win by the boys. They are now just one game back of the Washington Commanders. By the way, Washington has the most points scored in the NFL this season with 155. There's a stat on the UB stat sheet.
That's really crazy what Dan Quinn has already done with that bunch. I mean, that's how the NFL is, though. I mean, you sit there and you think, like you look at the Cowboys schedule, and I thought they would lose at Cleveland, and they won. Then I thought they beat the Saints, and they lost. Then I thought the Ravens was going to be tough, so I think that's the only game really I got right, because I didn't know if they could beat the Ravens, and they almost came back and beat them. And then, I mean, as we sit here, the Cowboys have won all their road games and lost all their home games.
That is crazy.
Either, yeah.
Best team at home last year, and things have flipped so far this season. All right, Bailey, let's repeat some of the questions we asked in hour number one and get your answers on them. First one, kind of a broad question, but where do you go from here if you're ECU football? Like, what's next? What do we do right now?
Well, I think, and we don't have any media with Mike Houston all week, but since we do the coaches show, we went out and we did a story at Ignite Church with the guys that were loading up trucks for the help heading to Western North Carolina supplies and that kind of, and there were a lot of Pirate football players out there for that. And Coach Houston was out there for that, and I talked to Rajay and I talked to Coach Houston, and I mean they're really hurting. I mean they're hurting. I mean it's not. I know some Pirate fans, and they get out and they're ready to chop this guy's head off or get rid of that guy. But they understand. I mean, it's certainly there's a standard that they try to play up to, and they were way off from that standard against Charlotte. They understand that, and I think this week they're just trying to heal up some and then get back to work on Army. Obviously, it's not an ideal situation when you really struggle against the run against Charlotte, and then you got to go play at Army, and Army's playing really, really well right now. But I think that's, if the question was where do you go from here, you heal up a little bit this week and you get back to business. And I think this team's got a lot of pride. And I know, I've heard people say, well, they quit on them. And, that defense was probably worn out because they were on the field a long time. It's not an excuse. That's just the facts of what it was.
Well, the people that said they quit were the Charlotte players, I believe.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Which, and it's easy to say that. I mean, and it did look like at times, because there were a couple of runs that should have been stopped, and late in the game it just was like a snowball effect. But I think you'll see a really good effort at Army. Now I'm not guaranteeing a victory or anything because I think Army's really, really good, but there's a lot of football to be played, and I think some folks are ready to hang it up, and I think they're wrong about that.
Yeah. I'm about ready to hang it up. That was embarrassing. I used to get on people that say that was embarrassing. I was like, well, why are you embarrassed? You don't play on the team. What's embarrassing you? But that was embarrassing to me because we lost to Biff for the second straight year, and they're not a good football team, and they got blown out. So that was, I don't know, Bailey. It's going to take me a while to get back on the fighting spirit.
And with that said, though, I don't think there aren't too many Pirates in purple and gold that weren't embarrassed either. I think a lot of the team, I mean, they understand that's not the Pirate football that Mike Houston came here to play, and and I think that they all understand that it was really because that should be a victory for East Carolina. When, like I said, with the Cowboys schedule, you look at the Pirate schedule, and that's one to they lost last year 10-7. And one of the questions I asked leading up to the game was, I said, Coach, last year was 10-7. This is going to be a much different game because I think both teams can score. Well, both teams did score. Just one of them scored a lot more, and that was the problem. Every time on Saturday you thought the Pirates were back in the game, something bad would happen.
Well, this is not an App State or Liberty where Pirate fans can say, hey, we should beat this team because we're ECU. And, 20 years ago, these teams are – 1AA FCS teams. This is not that. East Carolina was underdogs in those games. Vegas said ECU should beat Charlotte. Right. Yeah. This was literally we should have killed that team.
They were 8.5-point favorites. Yeah. I thought, if you had told me before the game that the final score is going to be 55-24, I would have said, well, bet the ranch on the Pirates because Charlotte. If Charlotte does win, they're going to win by that score. But they did.
Who starts at quarterback against Army? In your guess?
I asked Coach Houston that, and he just smiled. I think they're going to go back to practice. I think they're going to make a decision probably, Saturday or something. They may have already made it, but they weren't going to publicize it yet. But I think Hauser is going to get the start. I really do. I think that they've decided that that's just my opinion. I don't know anything. Coach Houston did not say which way it was going, but I think they'll do that because I think they need to find out if they can win some games, because Hauser went in, but he didn't look comfortable. And I think they have to figure out if he's going to be comfortable because I thought he would be a lot more comfortable than he was on Saturday. And they had receivers. The whole thing was just it was just a mess. I mean, if they had receivers running different routes and quarterback, but the whole thing started whenever that trick play at the beginning of the game, and you had a touchdown and you drop it. It was just snowballed from there.
And that wasn't even the worst thing. The worst thing was the defense, which was absolutely shocking. And I do expect them to play better against Army. I don't know if I remember seeing a Blake Harrell defense. Was he the coach when we went down to Georgia State? He was because he saw somewhere where I predicted ECU, I think, to lose 33-31. And I called him for an interview, and he said, "Oh, you think we're going to give up 33 points this week?"
No.
And I said, "Yeah, well, that's my prediction. We'll see. I've been wrong before." And I was wrong. Georgia State scored 49 points.
They beat us by
my bad.
They beat us by 20.
My bad. I expect a little more. My bad. 49. I should have said 49. But no, I do remember.
This game kind of reminded me of the Houston game that was here when everybody thought the Pirates, it was senior day.
At the end of the year.
Yeah, 42-3.
And everybody thought, hey, Pirates, not that they were going to roll past Houston, but we all thought the Pirates were going to win that game because it's senior day and everything the Pirates had done that year. And it just, came out and they got slapped in the face and hit in the mouth and didn't do anything. And that's pretty much, they did a couple of things in this game. But like I said, every time it got close, like maybe you're in a shootout, then it seemed like the Pirates got shot.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Great throw by Dak there. I could not get Randolph out of my head last night, Sean, watching that game.
Yeah.
Another pick.
Recovered by the Steelers.
Randolph, the Cowboys fan, Dak hater. Hope you're doing well, Randolph. I haven't seen him in the chat. Maybe he'll join us later. All right, Bailey, a good show with Kim McNeil today as they get ready for another season. Clampdown season is upon us, and she's excited about her roster this year. 2 years ago, famously picked last, won the tournament, went to the NCAA tournament. Last year, picked second, and no excuses, but I'll give you excuses. A ton of key injuries, and not just that, they were playing very good at the end of the year and made a run again in the conference tournament. So there is a reason for her and Pirate fans to be hopeful going into this year.
And I really enjoyed the conversation because she kind of, I think she kind of let loose and just was, herself. She has a great personality. She told some great stories about, how she got her start, who she coached under, her decision to do this or that. And I really like her a lot. I mean, I think she's an excellent coach. She's been a really good friend, and and their family got involved with the community, and they I think they really love Eastern North Carolina and love East Carolina. So I really enjoyed the conversation. So I think it turned out pretty well.
Especially since our mics were down in Studio A, and me and Bailey were bunking together. We were about as close as we've ever been.
It was. That was something. I think I had secondhand smoke when I left.
I hope I didn't give you lung cancer, Bailey.
I know. I can't afford anything else.
If I killed Brian Bailey, I would be so good grief. I couldn't live with myself, man.
Nah, it takes more than that.
You're a tough son of a gun. Bailey, appreciate it, man. Have a good rest of your week. And, hey, you got a Saturday off. What you going to do?
Man, if I tell you, I'd have to. Melissa might be listening, so I can't say what I got to do.
Melissa, Bailey cannot wait to go to that event. He told me he cannot wait to have you on his arm, and he's going to have a blast.
Yeah, we're going to I think this is the first time. I've always dodged those couples' wedding showers.
Yeah.
I've always been able to dodge it, but, like I said, Melissa, I think her head was 360, and she said, I need you to go. And so old Brian's going to be there with bells on.
Yes, ma'am. There you go. All right, BB. Well, you'll have some time to watch some football. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you again soon.
We'll figure out a way. Thanks, bud.
All right, there he is, Brian Bailey, joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line.
Live line.
You wanted to say something?
Nah, man, we got baseball on. Day baseball, there's nothing like it. Cleveland and Detroit, not at 0. Top of the first, 2 outs. Man on first.
Okay.
Did you put in your Nerfy?
Yes.
All right. 2 outs, man on first.
What network? ESPN,
TBS, True TV, or Max.
Okay, we'll take a break, come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live. Shirley, let's hit Holt Naylor's Monday morning quarterback when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We still got to put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag.
We've got to have our Celsius 5th quarter recap. Pernell Griffin will join us coming up at 5 o'clock, former East Carolina linebacker. And we'll have more for you when we return after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arrgh!
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older. Please drink responsibly.
This is Dr. McGraw from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us on 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our float therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At K-Ross Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared sauna, cold plunge, and salt halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at krossfloats.com. K-Ross Floats and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com. PGVairport.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Naylor Show.
Pirate Radio. Remember to always be yourself, unless you can be a pirate.
It's a pirate's life for me, savvy.
Always be a pirate. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. And as we head back into the show, Clip, you had asked earlier in the show about famous blind people of more recent.
Yeah.
Well, I have a list for you, believe it or not.
All right.
And they as a matter of fact, all of them come from the world of music. Obviously, Stevie Wonder's probably the most famous of them all. But how about a guy by the name of Doc Watson?
Oh, Doc Watson.
Do I know? Am I supposed to know who that is?
Well, he's a North Carolina native.
Does he live down the road from me?
No. He's a blues and country singer.
Okay.
Passed away in 2012. Andrea Bocelli, who is an opera singer. Clarence Carter.
Okay, again, I said recent.
Clarence Carter. Who do you think Clarence Carter is? He's still alive.
Okay, but how old is he?
Hold on.
When's his last?
Ronnie
Dr.
Millsap.
CC is blonde?
He went to the Alabama School for the Deaf.
90 years old.
You said recent, and I'm thinking people that are still alive is what I'm thinking.
That's what I thought too.
I'm thinking like that are popular right now, like in the
I know one
pop
guy
culture.
that's going to be popular coming up near Christmas. Jose Feliciano.
I thought you were going to say Santa Claus is blind.
No.
He does have the reindeer guiding his sleigh.
Jose
Carter's blind?
Yes.
Who is Jose Feliciano? Did he play for the Phillies in
No.
1985?
He sings Feliz Navidad.
Oh my God, he's 112.
No, he's not.
Nerfy. I was worried
Recent.
about Jose Ramirez.
Otherwise, you have to go back to people who have long been deceased for
Thank
quite
you
some
for
time.
that list of very popular in pop culture.
Are they
people.
blonde? Are they blonde because they're 112?
No. Doc Watson.
Because there's a coffin covering their eyes.
I got somebody recent who's blind. Deshaun Watson. Maybe that's why he was just feeling around.
Easy. All right, we know, Jared.
I'm done.
We know where you're going. Thank you, Shirley. That was a great list.
You liar. Just
Clarence
forget
Carter, 88 years old. 88 years.
He was born blind. They didn't become blind.
I'm depending on
Also
your son,
sang
because I can't
Stroking,
see a thing.
which you have not lived till you have seen Wes Hines sing Stroking.
Straight to the east, straight to the west, straight to the woman that I love the best.
Now,
Yes, that would be the correct song. Yes.
Somebody that knows better than me, who gets credit for Patches?
Patches?
That's chairman of the board, right?
Yes,
because Clarence Carter did it as well.
Yes, I believe Clarence Carter wrote the song, and then eventually General Johnson.
I give it to B.B. King and George Jones. That's the
Clarence.
best rendition.
I mean, Jared, well, you wanted to fight me earlier. I think I'm ready for that fight.
What?
Yeah, because
You don't like the possum? Come on.
The best. Come on. You like the possum?
Come on.
I stand corrected. Patches was written by General Johnson and Ron Dunbar, but it's best known as the 1970 hit version by Clarence Carter.
I mean,
Chris said, nope, Clarence did it first. Chris?
Is Clarence writing anything?
He's a singer. He's not a writer.
He's also blind.
Oy.
Dr. C.
Jamie said, Ray Charles, I just listened to him yesterday. Must be recent. Chris said, please remind Clip he's over 40. Nothing is recent anymore.
Whoa!
The world is still going on no matter how old we are. There are things in pop culture that I don't know about, which is why I'm asking, is anybody that is popular in today's world and pop culture current blind? That's the question, because I don't know pop culture anymore.
Strokin', however,
And the
was
answer
written by
is
Clarence Carter.
Ronnie Millsap and Clarence Carter, those young bucks. You know, I'm predicting big things for them. Were they on American Idol or The Voice? I think Snoop Dogg said.
You know what? Stop trolling. Just move on. At this point, just move on.
Oh, man.
Stop trolling me. Just keep going.
Stop.
Just move on.
All right. Monday morning quarterback, Holden Ahlers. Does that each and every Monday morning, gives us thoughts on the Pirates and other things going on in the world of college football. Let's hear what he had to say today.
Week 6 of Monday Morning Quarterback. Here are my thoughts on the past weekend. Start with the local team, ECU. Obviously wasn't a great showing. What went wrong to lose to NC Charlotte? We cannot get past with them. I've been very vocal about that in athletics. I don't think we will get past by them. I don't think we are. We just had a really bad showing. We'll dive more into that on the Holton Ahlers Show. Drops this Thursday on Pirate Radio. Next, all the big teams fell, or a lot of big teams fall. Michigan loses. Bama loses. Tennessee loses. Missouri loses. I was really high on Missouri. But look, let the SEC just keep beating up. The storyline of this week is who is going to make it out of that. Look, with the 12-team playoff, you can lose a game and still make the playoff. What team is going to make it out of the SEC play at the end of the year? We'll have to wait and see how the rest of the season develops. We'll see you on the Holton Ahlers Show Thursday at noon.
And Holden put out he'll have kind of a roundtable discussion on ECU football.
With former players?
Miles Berry, Noah Henderson.
Which was a common denominator the other night. Demetrius Mooney chiming in.
Yeah.
Drew Dotter chiming in.
Yeah.
Saw former players at the game.
I sent Miles a tweet and said, hey, Jenny sent me this picture. I got a new phone. Don't have your digits. Can you shoot me a text?
You got nothing back?
He must have deleted me from his phone, but he did DM me and gave me his number. But Holden scooped me on it. He's having him on. I mean, do we need Miles Berry
Holton
on two
Ahlers,
shows?
man. Leave it up to Holton.
Yeah.
Local politics.
Mr. Politics, man. Mr. Politics. Holden's right. What a wild Saturday it was. And I always say, when there's not an attractive schedule, we're going to get some wild games.
The first weird score Saturday of the year.
It was.
Vanderbilt.
That's nuts.
They were 0-6, brother.
I'd like to, maybe I'll replay. I said, what top 10 team is going to lose? And I kept reading off the games, and I don't know how many times Max said no chance. But there was a chance, and it happened in just about all those games.
I loved keeping up with the goalpost after the game. They took it down Broadway there in Nashville and put it in the river. Threw it in the river. That's got to be a pretty exciting time there if you're a Vanderbilt fan or
Why
student.
would you throw it in the river? I would want to keep it. Like, I guess a lot of students don't have yards.
Yards.
I saw they pulled it out of the river and they're gonna cut it up to sell.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Wait, who's selling it?
I think Vanderbilt, so they can pay the fine.
Oh yeah. Vandy pulled it out. Like, but if you did have a yard, how cool would it be to have an actual goalpost?
Oh yeah, that's the goalpost that was in the Alabama Vanderbilt game when we beat them.
That's the swing set.
That would be a huge flex.
Mm-hmm. As Holden said, Tennessee loses. I can burn my Nico for Heisman ticket. Who is the Heisman? Is it Cam Ward?
Is running back from Boise State, brother.
Are they going to? First of all, I'm not your brother, son.
You are a friend, though.
A good friend. Would they give it to him? What would he have to do to win it?
I mean, he's got like 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he's on pace
so
for
far.
well over 2,000 and 40. We did the math yesterday, like 40 touchdowns.
How long did it take you to do the math?
Oh, dude,
about an hour.
I've actually got the work that I wrote down in the car.
Does Barry Sanders have the record? Barry Sanders.
Oh, yeah. Good God.
Do you know that number, Jarrett?
No.
Would you like to take a stab?
Great.
I'm gonna go with 220.
No.
2,628 yards.
I was thinking touchdowns. My bad.
Oh no, yards in a season. Melvin Gordon was close to it in 2014 with just under 2,600 yards.
Remember Kevin Smith from UCF?
Yeah,
he did it. 2,567 for the Knights.
They called him something, 2K Smith or something. I can't remember. They called him something. Okay, they called the guy something. So how many rushing yards would Genty have to get to win the Heisman? Would they give it to a Boise State guy?
2,500.
Now here's how he could win. If they run the table and go to the playoff,
yeah,
he's definitely getting the invite. But did you see? Were y'all up late enough to see what Cam Ward did on Sunday morning? Again, he's bails them out of trailing to a Cal team. It's not great, but goes all the way down the field, scores at the end, and he has had some Heisman moments.
I don't know what that is, but he does that.
It's like an elephant. Woke versus Coke.
Here's the biggest question
Of course, at 3 a.m., Coke's winning.
Here's the biggest question about that game, and specifically the last play.
Can I say something real quick? Are you going into politics? Because your hands, you're doing a lot of pointing. You're doing a lot of hands going outward. You are really talking with your hands a lot, and it looks right. It looks good.
I think if I talk like this and I just kind of keep going like that,
yeah,
then I feel like I'm saying something good,
yeah,
and act like I know what I'm talking about.
It also kind of breaks up a sentence,
right?
Where you can
so
reset.
I can just stop.
You can reset.
Yeah.
Think about what's coming next.
But you know what the biggest thing about that game is that nobody's talking about?
I bet somebody's talking about it.
Somebody's probably talking about it, but we're not talking about it here at Pirate Radio.
All right.
Was the call by Reese Davis.
Oh, God. Poor
That
Reese.
sounded like a man that was very tired.
Tired? He just lost his voice. Like he had nothing left.
He worked for 22 hours.
College game day started at...
God knows with like what.
So it's 10 a.m. here, 7 a.m. there, and he's yapping all day. Do they get a nap in there?
You know what we need to give him? Round of applause.
I agree. Which is the best thing you can get.
Oh, man. Let's hear it. If I can find it.
You want to hear some Reese?
Martinez. And then the flip out. And Arroyo gets into the end zone.
It sounds like he's drunk.
Arroyo. And the game is tied.
Oh, man.
He is struggling.
Dude, he's trying his hardest, man. I'm not making... I like Reese Davis, but he was doing all he could. You know what? Should we have like an announcer on standby? Like when Darren Vaught didn't show up to that basketball game, I did tweet at ECU that if somebody could watch my daughter, I would go call the game.
Need like a reserve.
Yeah.
Not sure what's going on.
Hey, Michael Perry's beside me. I'm not sure what's going on.
He's eating a bag of chips.
I just got showed up here. All right, here's Bobby Pettiford. All right, here's my call of the game.
All right, foul. Foul. Oh, you are kidding me. We're in overtime.
My favorite part of it is when he goes, "Oh," that's his only commentary. He said, "Oh."
No, well, he's talking. He's saying foul. The only guy talking is the color guy.
Yeah, the play-by-play guy goes, "Oh."
We're in overtime.
We're in overtime.
What you need is guys like this.
And Andre, that's game!
Swag!
And that will be game! And that will be game! And that's that for the first win! First ball, we storm the court!
Sit down,
We're
coach!
storming the court! We're storming the court! Oh, my God!
Oh, my God!
Oh, my God! That's the whole dude. That's a complex!
It is swag!
Pick up the
127.
What is saying? The Mississippi Valley Desert Devils are currently on a one-game winning streak. With that game, the Prairie Panthers will fall to 10 and 16, 5 and 10 the SWAC. The Mississippi Valley Desert Devils will improve to 1-27. What a senior. 1-14 the SWAC. Let's go!
I'm thinking that's who Chandler needed right there.
1-27. Let's go. What a
senior night. What a senior night.
Mississippi Valley Devils are currently on a one-game winning streak. Man,
Shout out Coach Hyman.
that is passion.
Just like our guy last week.
We need you know what, Shirley? We should compile all the announcer calls we have and send it over to ECU because they are interviewing baseball announcers, or will be at some point, and say, we have got several people you need to take a look at.
Rush. Holds the back there, and now Murphy.
If you hit a foul ball near this guy, watch out.
And that puck's going to go out of play here, and that's going to do it for that sequence right there. 9:25 left. I apologize if I just damaged your eardrums there. It went right over the mesh, right over my head. So,
Shirley, maybe Mickey Mouse needs the job. Does Mickey
Vargas
Mouse?
in the area, still with it on the right side, stepping over, sending it back for Lindsay.
Dixon Williams
Puts it
deep
the
to
back
right
of the area
field.
for Swiderski. One touch, he scores! Another one for Swiderski! And that one was more impressive than the first!
Oh, here's an announcer.
Are you kidding me?
Marble Central wins!
Are you
Marble
kidding me?
Central wins!
Oh no! I would really love to see Canucks package for the EC Charlotte game.
Jared's like that one.
Oh, he got it!
Chandler, can you repeat that?
His highlight reel. It's real. Let me see his reel of the game.
That'll make the next open.
Do we have Canucks package?
So we're talking about Shane Canuck here?
Yeah.
Connick.
Sorry. But his highlights.
Dude, that guy going places.
From the Charlotte ECU game, I would love to see him doing the highlights for that.
Huge fan. All right, let's catch up with the chat gang. Johnny Stat said Kyle from LaGrange is a
What?
I'm sorry, I'm tickled. I'm tickled right now. Kyle from LaGrange is a member of local pop culture. He has stated several times he is legally blind. I wouldn't watch Mets Phillies with Kyle from LaGrange's eyes. All right, that's the new reference point. That's if I'll ask Kyle if he's okay with it, but if he says yes, that's what I'm going to go with from now on. I wouldn't watch Cowboys Eagles with Kyle from LaGrange's eyes. All right. Chad said, did you see Lane Kiffin's press conference? He was too busy watching Alabama Vandy to answer questions. I'm kind of over Lane Train. That's fine. He's a great coach.
Great guy.
Is he?
I don't know.
I'm not saying that anymore. Last guy I came on here and talked about, not only is he a great player, but a great guy. Just look at the stuff he's done back at his college town of Clemson. But Deshaun Watson is the guy, like, if you had a daughter, you would want her to marry. Like, so I'm not saying anybody is a good guy.
You got to be careful.
Even you. And I know you're a good guy. But what if you do something?
You better be careful.
Yeah. But no, I didn't see that, Chad. Ryan says being a blind fan of this team would be a blessing in disguise.
Jeez.
That's kind of funny.
That tickled me a little bit.
Zach said they said Reese got to Cal's campus at 4 a.m. My goodness. And we got some package talk, and Josh is laughing hard. Jamie says, I remember back in the day Clip saying OJ is a great guy. That is not true. But he probably was one of my favorite actors for a while, because as a kid, when I watched the Naked Gun movies, like Leslie Nielsen and OJ Simpson were my heroes. So
There goes my heroes.
I mean, did OJ? I mean, innocent on all counts. Like,
speak on that.
If the glove don't fit, well, guess what? You must have quit. That.
Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. Hey, let's put the fries in the bag.
Fries in the bag.
When we return. We're going to put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag.
If you have any put the fries in the bag nominations, you can get those in on YouTube, Facebook, and X. We will be back with you with more after these words.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Mount up. Dank Burrito is your ticket to adventure in a tortilla. We combine bold flavors to make new kinds of burritos, tacos, and bowls, like honey truffle buffalo chicken or teriyaki shrimp. Once you're Dank, you'll never want the same boring burrito again. Dank Burrito is also the official burrito of the ECU Pirates, which we all know and love here in G Vegas. 108 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Come join the Dank Burrito Mafia. Hope to see y'all soon.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
There is road work outside, but plenty of food and fun inside at Fish Street Hardware in downtown Greenville. Park right across the street and make your way in for a great lunch today or drinks with friends. There are over 40 beers on tap and plenty of new specialty cocktails to choose from. Don't forget about Singo on Tuesdays, trivia with DJ Captain Morgan on Wednesdays, local artist live music on Thursdays, and the best Sunday brunch starting at 10:30 a.m. Be sure to follow Fish Street Hardware on Facebook and Instagram for all the 411. Go Pirates!
This is Holt Nailers. Join me for the Holt Nailers Show every week right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
There's local politics, bud.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike's subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. And Saturdays are for Pirate Traditions and Beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Mike, don't recognize this name. Welcome to the chat. Says we got our ass kicked. All right, thanks, Mike.
You all right, Mike?
Grant.
Big Mike.
Got that ass whooped. Questions.
Big Mike. Graham says, how stupid is Biff for not starting Purdy since the season started? He's obviously the difference. Pretty stupid, and he's beat us back-to-back years. So what does that make us? All right, Shirley, let's put the fries in the bag. All right.
Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag. Fries. Fries. Fries.
All right. I hope I'm not repeating myself. I hope I didn't choose them last week, but this week it's one person in particular that needs to go ahead and round up them fries and put them in the bag. And it's a guy that is going to have a really good post-football career because he's going to do some kind of conspiracy, political, medical, kind of a Joe Rogan thing. He's going to make trillions of dollars on Spotify. It'll be called something like the Aaron Rodgers Experience. He's going to have a very popular show. He's going to give his thoughts. He's going to do his own research. He's going to be in his ayahuasca tents and is going to roll in the dough. And he'll be on news networks. He'll be interviewed. I don't think he's going back to Jeopardy. But it is time for Aaron Rodgers to put the fries in the bag. Old man Rodgers threw the ball 54 times in London on Sunday morning. He was able to get 244 yards out of those 54 attempts. Did have a couple of touchdowns. Threw a pick on the last play. Threw two other picks before that. 3 interceptions in the Jets' loss to the undefeated Minnesota Vikings.
Who I had.
I didn't buy in to the Jets thing going into the year. I didn't buy into it last year when Rodgers unfortunately got hurt on like the 3rd play of the season. But who cares anymore? Like, is anybody scared of Aaron Rodgers if you're playing against him right now? I think that answer is no. And how cool would it be to pull up to the drive-thru and see him putting fries in your bag? Like, hey, Aaron, great career, man.
Here you go. Here's your fries in the bag.
I put a little.
Put the fries in the bag.
Put a little something extra in there for you.
Put a little ayahuasca in there.
If you know what I mean. Aaron Rodgers, put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag.
You had an amazing Hall of Fame career. I can't wait to see you talk about aliens and lizard people and all that in the future. It's going to be huge. So go ahead, get a start on that, and leave football. Should we get to the caller or roll on? I'm sorry to break this up, but
oh man,
the person that started this entire deal, put the fries in the bag, came from a 5th quarter call from former Pirate Radio intern Atticus, who looked spectacular in his Michaels and Gakwe pictures over the weekend. He was at the game, and he joins us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Hey, Atticus.
Flip, I wanted to call in first and foremost. Is Brett there today?
No, he's not.
He's not here.
Well, you'll have to deliver this message to him. Where I am calling for a revision to our bet, not on any like the specifics, other than if he lost the bet, he had to do an apology letter to Mike Houston. But that part we need to revise. He can just, I don't know, it can be to like the team, it can be to the Pirate Nation, the fans, whatever. No one needs to be making any sort of apologies to Mike Houston after this season, no matter what happens from here on out. So let's go ahead and nix that part of it. And there's again, the writing an apology letter to Mike Houston would just be a waste of time.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the show, Atticus, that Brett is, if you had to bet right now, he's minus money to win that bet, and I would say you're plus money at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 6-6. You wouldn't be shocked if that result is still accomplished.
But you wouldn't even feel great about that, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be a try. I would still like to win the bet because the opposition to that is losing it. But like, I wouldn't be a triumphant victory by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but by no means would that be the case. So, and with the theme of the show, I mean, since I was coming on here boasting and acting like the Pirates are going to be big and bad this year, with the theme of the segment, I should say. I mean, maybe I volunteer myself. Maybe I need to put the fries in the bag after making that bet and how the season's gone so far. Maybe I am nominating myself to put my fries in my own bag. Put the fries in the bag.
Atticus, how does it feel to hear yourself telling you to put the fries in the bag?
Put the fries in the bag. You know, how the mighty have fallen.
Atticus, can I get a video of you angrily pointing in the mirror and telling yourself to put
the fries in the bag?
Or can you please go to a fast food restaurant right now and record yourself putting fries in a bag? That would be
fries in the bag.
That would be fantastic.
Don't worry, guys. I've got this.
Atticus, look, I appreciate you manning up and doing this, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I was hoping Brett would be there, because then I'm sure he would kind of start maybe taking a premature victory lap or something. Or
he's a Tuesday guy usually, so if he's here tomorrow and we don't hear from you, we'll just play the clip for you. So
sounds good. But yeah, I figured I would just call in to make that amendment. Yeah, there's no Mike Houston does not deserve any sort of apology letter or anything like that. But obviously, we don't want to cancel the wager, but that part had to be amended.
Sure. All right, there you go. Atticus, thank you, man. Put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag. I will say, Saturday, I was at the game, as you just alluded to. And while pretty much every aspect of that was as awful as you can imagine, it was great seeing, one, all the Pirate fans there. Great to be reminded that we have a great fan base amidst our team, falling from glory. But just the highlight of the day had to be seeing Chandler and Jenny and some people to the left of us, some ECU fans who, it turns out Chandler did not even know. After I went and spoke to Chandler, they just started a Chandler chant. They were just chanting Chandler's name for no apparent reason. Turns out they did not even know him. I heard someone in the fifth quarter say that the highlight of their day was meeting a celebrity referring to Chandler. So the big winner for Saturday's contest, you would think would be Biff Poggi and the 49ers, but I'm pretty sure it was actually Chandler.
Well, thank you, Atticus. I appreciate that. And it was great seeing you too, man. So.
And I heard about that yesterday, Atticus. People were talking about, actually, it was Chandler who told me that they were chanting his name. But I'm glad you told me about it, Chandler.
Well, you always ask about, do I run into people?
I know, I do.
You asked me, so I thought I'd go ahead and tell you what happened.
I think that's really cool, and I love that you have a following on the road.
That is fun. And I didn't know what to do with my hands.
Next time you need to plan, what am I going to do if this happens again? You need to have some kind of signal, sign, dance, something.
I know. I was caught off guard with that.
They may have been calling for Chandler to be the interim head coach. We were already losing at that point. We're talking about who's going to be the interim if Mike Houston gets canned mid-season. I'm putting my name on the vote ballot for Chandler.
All right,
Atticus. We're up against the break. Thank you, buddy.
Yep, you got it.
See you, Atticus.
There he is, Atticus Ferguson. Put the fries in the bag.
Atticus loves his Jeff Blake jersey, by the way. Every time I see him at a sporting event, especially football, he's got that Jeff Blake jersey. It's pretty sick.
I'm not a big fashion guy. He had a nice fit on Saturday, I will say. We will continue to put the fries in the bag in hour number 3. Jamie says Brett is a man of principle. He has all these personal wins lately. He could come in more and gloat, but he sticks to his principles and hardly ever shows up. That's a good man right there. He could be in there and gloat, but Danny would have to show up to do that. Jamie says Atticus put the fries in the bag. Brett is right. Mike P says Aaron Rodgers is done. Put the crack in the pipe. All right, let's take a break.
You signed Aaron Rodgers, who is on crack. Who's on ayahuasca? Who's on ayahuasca?
Noah says ECU Board of Trustees, put the fries in the bag.
That's a lot of fries.
Matt says, well, the fries are in the trash now. We'll take a break, come back, more to go. Pirate Radio Live. Pernell Griffin joins us when we return after this.
Slow ruins everything, so why not pay less for fast? US Cellular's home internet gives you the speed you need for just $39.99 per month when bundled with a wireless plan with a 3-year price lock guarantee. Get fast 5G home internet made simple. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find a store near you. We go beyond the call.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Say Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving back for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and with every vehicle purchased, they will donate $100 to Eastern North Carolina Cancer Services. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, East Carolina tips off the 2024-25 basketball season soon, so now's the time to purchase your season tickets. High-flying senior R.J. Felton leads the charge on the men's side, while Farmville native My Joyner looks to lead the women back to the NCAA tournament. Men's season tickets start as low as $125, while the women are just $45. Go to ECUPirates.com or call 800-DIAL-ECU to purchase your tickets today.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me, like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
This is Captain Bo Brooks of Power Water Outfitters. When you're catching fish on the Pamlico, come to our place and pick up your Smithy cast ironware that'll sear your fish to perfection. We also have men's outdoor clothing, marshwear, Grundens, Duck Camp, and AFCO. We carry Bahia sunglasses and have all different selections of those. We are a fully functional fly shop where you can chase fish on the fly. We are Pirate Water Outfitters, 108 North Market Street, downtown Washington, North Carolina. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Go Pirates.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Ortho East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. A lot of Pirate fans down at the moment. Been talking about that for the last 2 hours. And for 3+ hours Saturday night on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. We'll talk about some good times with former ECU linebacker, great Pernell Griffin, who joins us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. He was back in town for some Pirate football last week, and it got up close and personal with the team in the locker room as well. We'll talk about all that. Pernell, thank you so much for joining us. How you doing, man?
Hey, Clip, thank you for having me, man. I'm doing great. Just leaving work, man, ready to talk about Pirate football. Kind of share some of my ideas, answer some questions, man. So
okay.
Looking forward to having a great time.
Yeah, and what a difference a week makes, Pernell, because I wanted to get you on last week and talk about your experience, and you're in the locker room, you're leading a pregame speech, and everybody's high. We're 1-0 in conference play, feeling good. And boy, what a difference a week can make. Now we're wondering what the heck's going on. Where do we go from here after losing to Charlotte? So kind of want to touch on all that, but let's kind of just start with last week. And how cool was it to get back at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, see your teammates, see your head coach, Steve Logan, and experience all that?
Man, it was a great feeling. Felt home. Felt like I was back home. I was telling my family and telling some of my friends it feels good to be back home. Enjoyed my experience, not only with doing a pregame speech with the team that Friday, but also seeing some of my Foot 5 brothers during the weekend eating brunch, and also just taking in the experience. It was very, it was very entertaining. I was able to sign autographs, and just to hear our fans say thank you. You know, over 25 years later since Hurricane Floyd, we still have fans saying thank you, and they appreciate that win against Miami. So it was a great time, Clip.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear, Pernell. And I don't know if we posted the video or if I just saw it and we didn't post it because there was some language on it. But Steve Logan giving you guys a pep talk was pretty cool, too. It sounded like the old Logan for a moment there, right?
Yeah, it did, man, and that's kind of how Coach Logan coached us. It was, winning on the last play of the game, no matter who the opponent is, no matter what we have to endure or experience the first 3 quarters. We're going to win that 4th quarter, and if it comes down to it, if it's the last play of the game, that's ours as well. So we had a mentality which just exemplified a champion mentality. Even in our loss, we felt like we won anyway. So there was a bond, brotherhood bond like none other. We were able to hold individuals accountable. Coach Logan, he gave us the leniency to deal with the team as captains and as leaders as we saw fit, as long as it was within, of course, the NCAA rules or what have you. So he gave us that responsibility to build a team. He looked at it. He didn't look at it as it was his team, but he looked at it as it was the players' team. So very grateful to see him. Also saw Coach Connors, man. I spent some time with Coach Connors, man. Let me tell you something. The strength and conditioning part of your program is the backbone of your program. I'm telling you. If your strength and conditioning department, if it's weak, or if it's behind, if there's no titrate, or if there's no different level, step up level from where you are, man, more than likely you will fail.
Pernell, just talking to some guys from that era over the years, I talked to Kevin Monroe quite a bit, but there was I don't know if love-hate is how to describe it. There's a lot of bad memories from the stories I hear working out with Jeff Connors, but in the end, obviously, made you a better player, and just about everybody says made him a better man. But I heard those were some pretty tough days working with Coach Connors.
Yeah, they were tough, man. It was a funny story. That Friday, before I spoke to the team, I had talked to one of the coaches about 3-a-days. It was like 3-a-days. It's like that's old school. we don't even do 3-a-days, or we do walkthroughs, and I'm like, wow, that is something else. I remember having to push bands, and remember going up against our offense, and going up against ourselves during war day. So they were hard times. I mean, as an 18, 19-year-old, you having to piggyback someone up the stadium your size or who wore more.
Man.
We had to spake the stadium. So the workouts, while we were doing the workouts, they were tough. They were hard, but it made the game just that much easier. So, and then when we pushed our opponent to the limit in the fourth quarter, we started to see them cramp up. We started to see them, wanting to come out of the game. And so we knew that was our time. It was kind of like sharks. We saw blood in the water, and that's something that we, that was our snap. If you played against East Carolina, you're going to be in for a dogfight. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you came from. So that's the mentality that we had.
That's awesome to hear. You're firing Pirate fans up right now. I know that. Pernell Griffin joining us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Pernell, I'm a Washington fan, so I'm watching the postgame show after another Commanders win last night, and Santana Moss is one of the co-hosts. So I think back to being able to see him play live in Raleigh against you, and of course Clinton Portis, and I mean we can go over all the names and all that. Also, I was a D.H. Conley High School student at the time, so Jamie Wilson was my favorite Pirate, and he had a good game that night against Miami. Everybody has their own kind of personal memories of if they were there, where they were, what was going on in their lives with all the flooding and the horrible stuff around here. What Andrew Bays broke it down for like 40 minutes of his personal memories. So a little briefer than that, Pernell. What kind of stands out about that magical night in Raleigh when you guys were able to knock off the Hurricanes?
Well, you know what? Leading up to that night, that week, 2 weeks prior to, of course, we were in South Carolina and didn't anticipate on being in South Carolina but for 2 days. But, Mother Nature had other plans, and we ended up being there for almost 2 weeks. That experience really allowed us to bond. I mean, we became true brothers. We had to depend on each other. We had to help each other out. Now, I'm not saying that every day was a good day because, we got frustrated seeing each other for those many days in a row. So, we got kind of, there were some times where we wanted to just fight, but we knew that it was just going to stop there. But my experience, man, my brothers, they are listening and receiving phone calls from their families, and they're getting the message that they lost everything. So the flood took everything, pictures, memorabilia, their clothes, everything that they had, the flood or Hurricane Floyd, kind of got destroyed in the weather. And being able to comfort them, man, whether it was prayer or whether it was just giving them an encouraging word, that kind of built our relationship, our football relationship even more. And then the first half of the Miami Hurricanes, we played them, and they got out quick, man. I believe they got up, I want to say it was 20-0, and then we kicked the field goal at the end of the first half. And we came out that second half, we had to have a conversation with ourselves, and we had to tell ourselves that, hey, we didn't come this far just to give up or throw in the towel. Let's do this for our fans. Let's do this for our family back home. And whatever we're dealing with, hey, let's put that aside for 30 minutes. And for these 30 minutes, let's do what we have to do to take care of business, because that's what we come to do. Nobody works harder than us. Nobody has been through what we've been through. And we made it through one hurricane, and guess what? We're going to make it through another. So the guys that got together, man, we hit, Jamie Wilson scored on a Statue of Liberty play, I want to say in the third quarter, on our first possession. But on their first possession, what changed the game, man, there was a hit, man, that was heard all over the world. Clinton Portis, he ran a zone play to the left, and when he turned back, man, number 3, Antoine Yerriton, hit him so hard, all I saw was feet and cleats. And that was the turning point of the game. It was like when that smack hit, it was like, okay, it's on. And from then on, man, we scored 24 answer points. They kicked the field goal and missed it. And at the end of the game, we held them off. We ended up winning 27-23. But it was a great ending, man, to a hard 2 weeks that we've experienced with Hurricane Floyd. So I think that's what it was, man. We were able to build a cohesiveness, man, like none other. And, we were able to help each other out when we got back. Because, it wasn't any deal. We got $10, and, we had 2 pair of underwear for 10 days. We had $10. And the coaching staff, they did what they had to do, so that we would have a comfortable stay. They made different arrangements as far as weightlifting, as far as practice. They made different arrangements with high schools, with fitness centers, so that we're still able to be in shape or what have you. But I had a great time, man. The likes of Santana Moss, like you stated, Ed Reed, Mike Rumpf. They had Damian Lewis, Dan Morgan, Nate Webster, Jared Payton, who was Walter Payton's son, Al and Benny Blade. They had
I don't know if you said Reggie Wayne yet. He was out there.
Reggie Wayne.
Yeah,
Hall of Famer. They had Ed Reed, Hall of Famer. Bubba Franks, who was tight end. Man, they were stacked, man. They had James Jackson, who was actually the starting running back, but he was injured.
Yep.
Clinton Portis started. And then when Clinton Portis, I believe they should have just stayed with him because he had about 160 yards rushing. But they put James Jackson back in the game, and I think he re-injured his ankle. And they finished out with Clinton Portis.
Man, I love you guys painting that picture. Puts me back right back in that seat watching that game from the upper deck at Carter Finley Stadium. Pernell Griffin joining us. So, Pernell, it's kind of a big picture question here, but you talk about the 3-a-days, and that's old school, and the brotherhood, and you feeling back at home last week. Everything is so plastic and about money these days, and can we ever get that back at ECU? I mean, that's a tough question to answer, but do you ever think it could be that way again? Because college sports now is so year to year with the portal, with everything going on. So are those days just gone and it's a new world, or do you think we can get that back here? Is there a way to get it back?
I don't know if we can get it back like we've had it because of the financial, because of the money that's being involved in sports. But I do believe we can get the mentality back. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and this is no knock on the recruiting coordinator or what have you, but ECU was recruiting about 80%, between 81 to 82% in-state. You know, they had guys that actually understood the blue-collar work that had to be put into making something work, because we had a chip on our shoulder. We were identified as the underdog. And a group of us, matter of fact, my class, we had about 18 or 19 in my class that actually played in an all-star game in high school that committed to East Carolina. Excuse me. And so I don't know if we're able to get back to that as far as the position that we were in back in the late 90s, early 2000s, because of that simple fact. But I do believe we can still get that dog soldier mentality back, and it takes trust in the process. You know, it takes trust in the process. It takes, you know, everybody buying in to the process, buying into it and trusting it. And that's what Coach Connors, him, Coach Logan, Coach Webb, Coach Paul Jett, Coach Hucks, Coach Tim Rhodes, Coach Yoshida, that's what those guys were able to do. They were able to pull that potential out of us so that we were able to trust the process. And, man, I tell you, in trusting the process, you'll see the blessing in doing so.
Well, Pernell, like I said, what a difference a week makes. If we had you on last time this week, we'd be talking about being 1-0, about to get to 2-0 in conference play against Charlotte, and everything's going great. And you're in the locker room leading the cheers, leading the fight song. But football, you play a game a week. We got you a week later, and we got you coming off a really bad loss to Charlotte. So now there's questions about what does it look like moving forward for Mike Houston? What do we do moving forward? With quarterback, that's always been a question. But even our defense, which has been really solid under Blake Harrell, looked bad on Saturday. So, you know, you hope it's a blip on the radar, Pernell, or I mean, I don't know. Just a lot of Pirate fans are down. I'll say that after what happened on Saturday.
Right. I was frustrated myself, but here again, I don't. As far as, you know, throughout the week, the planning or the preparation that goes into preparing for a team, the attention that the guys are actually, you know, they're actually engaged in what's going on, how much film that they're actually watching outside of regular practice. All of these things come into play when you're trying to decide on what was the root cause of us not performing the way that we were able to perform. UNC Charlotte, they had a pretty solid team. But I also think that we missed opportunities early that would have changed the course of the game. There was a pass that hit one of our receivers in the hand off of a flea flicker, who he was wide open, would have scored a touchdown. We missed it. There was another pass that one of our receivers caught, but he ran out of bounds. He was wide open. We missed that opportunity. Then we were missing tackles. We were turning the ball over. I don't think that we were focused. It also looked like we were kind of unprepared as well. So understanding the preparation that goes into preparing each week, just to be transparent, I think that would be, I would be able to answer this question better if I understood the process, what was going on each week.
Well, you, former Pirate QB Holton Ahlers on our post-game show, and again, he's looking at it from the outside now, but he said it looked like a team that kind of went in there expecting to win and go on into the bye week feeling good, and Charlotte went out there a team ready to play. East Carolina expected to win. Charlotte played to win, and maybe that was the difference, part of the difference on Saturday anyway. Well, Pernell, man, it's great talking football with you. Let's do it again down the road. Good talking past and present with you. As you know from your time here last week and being around, Pirate fans still know, number 47 and the name Pernell Griffin and that team, those teams you were on. So that's really cool, and glad you were able to experience that with your teammates last week. How often do you get to – where do you live now, Pernell?
I'm in Rocky Mount.
Okay, so not too far down the road, so that's good. But yeah, hopefully you're able to get back to more Pirate games. And like I said, let's do this again down the road, man. Really enjoyed talking with you.
Oh, absolutely, man. Same here.
Okay, thank you, Pernell. Have a good one, man.
Okay, you too.
There is Pernell Griffin, former Pirate linebacker. Some awesome words, kind of a trip down memory lane. I don't know if that fires you up as a Pirate fan or depresses you even more, that maybe we don't get back to those days. I do think we can have winning teams here year to year. You bring in the right quarterback. If there is a coaching change, bring in the right coach, the right scheme. But as far as a program, like a 7-year run type of thing, I just think those days, might be over. They're over for a lot of teams. It is year to year now. It is moment to moment. What have you done for me lately? And sports has just completely changed in that regard. There's more turnover in college sports. I'd say way more turnover in college sports than there is in the pros right now with free agency and everything. But great talking with Pernell. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. We got to get our Celsius fifth quarter recap and also continue put the fries in the bag. Chandler has some fries and Jared as well. They'll put them in the bag when we return. Pirate Radio Live. More to go after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and solutions those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and one community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
Do life stresses have you feeling exhausted? Do your golf, tennis, and workouts have your body aching? If so, K-Ross Float and Wellness Studio has your solution. Come visit us on 2800 East 10th Street and try our services like our Float Therapy, which is a private pool containing a saturated solution of Epsom salt that allows you to float effortlessly for ultimate relaxation and therapy. At K-Ross Wellness Studio, we also have an infrared, sauna, cold plunge, and salt halo therapy that will leave your body feeling relaxed and healed. Contact us today at krossfloats.com. K-Ross Floats and Wellness Studio. Restful intentions.
Want a burger with attitude? Bad Daddy's Burger Bar is the place to get it. Located just off of Greenville Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center and a short distance away from Downey-Ficklin Stadium, Bad Daddy's has a lineup of chef-inspired burgers, giant chop salads, the famous badass margarita, and a fabulous selection of local craft beers. Get started with Not Your Mama's Deviled Eggs or fried pickles before diving into one of their juicy burgers like the bacon cheeseburger on steroids. Or spice things up with the Heat Wave Burger. People have called their burgers totally insane, but they'll take that as a compliment. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
It's never like the same stuff you hear every morning or like every afternoon on talk shows.
Your locally owned, locally operated radio station.
There's always new content.
That's the way I like it.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Choose less stress when it comes to moving and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. They are locally owned and operated. They do exclusive shipments, so they don't share trucks, and they can guarantee your delivery date. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com, or you can give them a call at 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage, and use the movers that the Pirates have used for over 20 years. Now let's head back into Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
I know the fries are getting cold, guys, but I do need to hit our Celsius fifth quarter recap because this one's kind of long. Stay active and energized all day with Celsius by your side. Look for your favorite Celsius flavor at your favorite retailer and at ECU ball games. Celsius, the official energy drink of Pirate Radio, proudly distributed by the Minges Bottling Group. Shirley, can we hear our Celsius fifth quarter recap? It was a hot one Saturday night after the loss to Charlotte.
Clip! I tell you what, I'm not in the upper deck tonight. I'm in the lower bowl at Jerry Richardson Stadium. And what I saw today, who knows what I'm about to talk about, but I'm not about to talk about that. How is Mike going to sit here and say that he has a culture of excellence when we've got guys leaving him to go to play for a 2-ton honey bun, greasy finger, Biff Posey, and he's out here whooping us up and down the field? Who on earth does Mike think he is? What kind of program does Mike think he's running? Clip. Man, come on, guys. Man, Michael Glenn Houston got to go. There needs to be a Mayflower moving truck in his driveway when he gets off the bus in Greenville tonight. That is embarrassing, dude. Embarrassing. What has he done in 6 years? Nothing. He's got a 27-37 record. We're paying the guy over $2 million a year, and he ain't done nothing. He got to go. He got to go. He has no notable wins over anybody. Tell me one team he's beat. Garcia is terrible, as Charles Barkley would say. What is he, number one in the NCAA quarterbacks for interceptions? Terrible. Man, come on, guys.
Hey, good evening, guys. Let's just get straight to the point. That was an ass beating tonight. And just unacceptable, unbelievable, and unserious to have that kind of production on the field today with lack of production. Mike Houston, I was a fan of Mike Houston, and I've supported him, but I don't know what to do. I've lost faith in him. He promised us a hard-nosed football team that would be fundamentally sound, and he's failed at that so far, guys.
I feel like it's time for a change. Coach Houston's a great guy. You know, we've given it a whirl. It's just not a good fit. We should be the cream of the crop in the AAC. I'm going to leave it on a positive note. I did meet the Chan man tonight. Awesome guy. I got to meet him. I got to meet a celebrity, and I appreciate that. That was the lone bright spot of today.
We had a great crowd. I don't know if you hear it on your end and saw it. What a great crowd in that corner of that end zone. We were into it. So we couldn't chalk it up that it was a hostile environment. We had enough Pirates there really behind the team. The team just flat out had nothing in them. I don't remember getting excited about anything in particular except like, oh my God, we're going to lose this. And I had a glimmer of hope there. I thought we were going to come back. And I mean, it was just a gut punch. And I didn't have my finest moment. I was down there on the wall near the team, and I saw that offensive line come off the field, and I looked them in the eye, and I don't know if they heard me or not, but I was at my wit's end, and my teenage boy, 16-year-old, was standing next to me, and I shouted out to him. I said, if you're going to block anybody tonight, block Mike Houston from getting on that bus. Keep him in. I did. I said it. Not proud of it.
I said it.
Now, a little background, real quick, background. I didn't go to ECU. I didn't know who ECU was. I'm married into it. We've been season ticket holders for 25 years. We drive from Greensboro for every game. We have 3 kids. We have a daughter there now. I bleed purple. And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? This is embarrassing for them, but I am speaking my mind. I've seen enough. It is time to make a decision. 6 years into this is not working.
Holton, I'll give it to you. You've been outspoken on the show, but you said that you were worried about some backlash from athletics. And, I mean, that right there is a problem in itself. The fact that our media folks and Holton Ahlers, of all people, who came in and busted his butt to do everything he did for this university, the fact that he is worried about the athletics department coming down on him with backlash is just, man, that is a snapshot of the problems that we've got from top to bottom. Heads need to start rolling after this game, and it starts from the top. Don't forget that not only do we have to pay Mike Houston out, but our coordinators, as my buddy Scott pointed out, got a 2-year extension. So we would have to pay them out if we didn't want
to. An apology to Holton Caton, who played for him. He is a fraud. You look at the worst thing. You know, the last time, James, the only time in the last decade, James Madison has lost 4 games was Mike Houston's last year. They did better before him. They did better after him. The only reason he won an FBS national championship there is because Everett Withers had put together a hell of a team he left him with when he left to take the Texas State job. He is an absolute fraud. Has not beaten an FBS team in the state of North Carolina. I'm sure that's been said 100 times on here tonight. Tonight's performance was beyond embarrassing. And I'm calling on people like the Clark family, people like Isley, people like the Hintons, all our big donors. You know, we're paying Mike Houston $2.3 million a year. We've invested over $20 million in an indoor practice facility. We've got over $1 million this year in our NIL fund. This is not a situation where we can't compete financially. That ain't the problem. We're doing our part. The people we're paying aren't doing their part.
Let me ask you a question. Outside of Cliff Godwin right now, who is the best coach at ECU?
Soccer coach.
Kim McNeil.
Or, yeah, women's basketball.
I was going to go volleyball, but that's fair.
Hey, I'll take Adler Augustine.
I would love Adler Augustine in that locker room right now, because I guarantee you Adler Augustine can get those boys more ready for the game than Mike Houston.
Gary Higgins could fire up this offensive line. Cheezel, we got to go. Good or bad, you're always entertaining. We appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, cheers.
I had a barbecue sandwich,
tonight, and that meat was about as cooked as Houston's butt right now. We talked a couple of weeks ago about how Mike Houston was coaching to keep his job, and I don't think we forgot about that just because we beat UTSA. That this was embarrassing. I think I speak for most people when I say he's not the right fit. I mean, people like him. I mean, I'm not going to say he's not a nice person. I'm just saying he might not be the best fit for the culture. And, you know, the culture, we're not UNC. We don't have all the money. We're not state. We don't bribe the refs. We have a good culture here at East Carolina, and we deserve better. Go Pirates.
All right. There's our recap, Celsius recap of the fifth quarter call-in show. We're going to take a week off this weekend. We got a special one coming up against Army. Unfortunately, Holton Ahlers won't be here. How do you replace Holton Ahlers? With a couple of former ECU baseball players. Jacob Jenkins Coward and Danny Beal will join Cade Norman and myself on the fifth quarter.
You're letting a fifth quarter call. You're letting a fifth quarter caller co-host with you.
Yes, Jacob Jenkins Coward will be a co-host. That one, it's going to be interesting too, because a lot of just about every Pirate fan thinks it's going to be ugly. I'm not giving Army the win right now. We have played well defensively against teams that run those types of offenses, so I'm not guaranteeing an Army victory, but a lot of Pirate fans are, and if that's the case, we're going to have another show like we did last Saturday, which could get ugly, and we'll see how Danny and we'll have 3 former ECU athletes on the panel with me next Saturday when the Pirates take on Army, which will be a noon kickoff on the Deucer, I believe.
So you get a week off, and then the very next week when you have to work, you'll be done by 5:30.
Love that. Looking forward to an early 5:30. I don't think so. I'd say more 6:30.
Apologies.
I'm going to accept your apology. I need to take a break because y'all still haven't told people to put the fries in the bag.
Fries are getting cold, bud. You need to put the fries in the bag.
I apologize.
Put the fries in the bag.
We had a little curveball because Atticus, who you hear saying put the fries in the bag, called in to tell himself to put the fries in the bag. All right, when we return, more of that, and more of other stuff. Back with you after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown & Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older, please drink responsibly.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Worth Chiropractic and his team are offering a new patient special only at the new location. Come see them at this fantastic facility. A visit to our new location gets you a free consult, complete exam, digital x-rays, and more for only $29. Our amazing new patient $29 deal is only available at the new location, Worth Chiropractic West, 2100 West Arlington Boulevard, offering the same safe, no surgery, drug-free treatment, convenient, comfortable, and cost-effective.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Listen up, Greenville. The Kawasaki Good Times Demo Tour is coming to Ron Ayers Motorsports Friday, October 25th and Saturday, October 26th. The Good Times Demo Tour is bringing its semi with over a dozen different demo models for you to test ride. In addition to the factory incentives, every demo rider is eligible for Kawi Cash, which could save you up to $500. To ride, you must be 18 years of age, have proof of a valid motorcycle endorsement, and pass a breathalyzer. Attendees are required to follow all local and state public health and safety regulations. Be sure to bring your riding gear. For full event details, check out RonAyersMotorsports.com.
Pirate Radio.
You must be a pirate for the Pirate's Code to apply, and you're not. And thirdly, the code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They're open 7 days a week from noon until 2 a.m., and they have live music every night. Coming up tonight, it is Sports Trivia Night with Clip Brock, and of course, live music all week long. And then coming up Friday night is the McHale Buck Band that's going to be performing. And then on Saturday night, Jake Sutton will perform. And the Buck has all your fun for your Sunday Fun Day, too. They have the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss games. And they do a weekly jersey giveaway that starts at 5 o'clock, so you can score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, jersey giveaway going on. We'll be giving an NFL jersey away tonight during Sports Trivia. So we'll add that on to the already fun evening. Chiefs and Saints going at it on Monday Night Football. We'll have that on the screens, as well as Major League Baseball playoffs. All right, put the fries in the bag 2.0. I told Aaron Rodgers to put the fries in the bag. Atticus told Atticus to put the fries in the bag. John,
put the fries in the bag.
Who needs to do it?
You went with Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go with another quarterback. This quarterback actually won. He won last night. And I hate this because as the game was going on, I was like, this is going to be my fries in the bag. And I'm going to stick with it. He did throw a touchdown pass, a game-winning touchdown pass. But before that, Dak Prescott looks awful. Bless his heart, man. He looks absolutely terrible.
Did you just say bless his heart?
And in the South, that's never good.
No.
But, I mean, it seemed like every time he took a snap and dropped back, I was like, there's no telling what this guy's going to do. He's the first quarterback to throw an interception in 2 different days in the same game. First quarterback in NFL history to do it.
I like that.
That happened last night and this morning. But Dak Prescott looks just, I don't know. He just looks so bad out there. Looks like he has no confidence. Now, I will say, had a good drive there at the end. But it's like a little dump-off pass to the fullback, find CD. But Dak Prescott, man, put the fries in the bag.
All right, Bone. That's interesting, Sean. A winning quarterback, but you were so disgusted during the game, no matter what happened on that fourth down play, you were riding with it.
Yeah, because I had money on
I
it.
like that.
So I was like, dude, he is so bad.
All
But
right.
when that happened, I was like, I got to stick with it.
J-Bone.
So I did this already for one of them, but I got to go back to the Raiders organization, top to bottom. But more specifically, Luke Getsy. I'm a football guy, but I don't really claim to, know how to call plays or anything. But it's ridiculous when a dumb hick like me is sitting at the bar and I can tell you exactly what the Raiders are going to do, not based on how they're lined up, just based on we do the same thing every first and second down. It's a 2nd and 20 on our own 5, and I'm like, oh, look, Chandler, here comes a run up the middle. And what was it but a run up the middle?
It was so funny.
It's ridiculous. Every first and second down, we can't even bounce it outside. It's just straight up the middle for no gain, loss of 3, loss of 5. And then when we actually have a third down that's manageable, 3rd and 5 from midfield, what does Luke Getsy do? He runs it up the middle. And then you think, okay, we're going to go for it on a 4th and 2. But then Antonio Pearson's out the punt team. And I'm thinking, okay, we got to be on our own side of the field. No, we're damn near in field goal range. It's ridiculous.
Ron Rivera was watching that. Just good call, Antonio.
No, he wasn't. He was like this.
Dude.
Put the fries in the bag.
I can't even blame Gardner Minshew for a lot of stuff. I mean, the pick 6 was absolutely terrible.
That changed the whole game.
Yeah, but no, it's an intended bootleg to the left for a right-handed guy. I mean, yeah, Brock Bowers is 6'3", hit him in the chest, and that's a touchdown walking in. But he did it to Aiden O'Connell late in the game. He did it to Gardner Minshew on another pick. The play calling is absolutely atrocious. And I mean, you can't fire the guy 5 games in, but hand it over to somebody else. We've got 18 assistant coaches because Antonio Pierce has no experience whatsoever. So somebody else has got to step up and take over.
Frustrated fan, Jarrett, although the writing was on the wall here, Terry Bradshaw said it was going to be a blowout.
God, yeah. Hey, that's my guy. Shout out Terry, man. Shout out to the whole Fox Sunday crew.
Jared told me that before the game. I was like, what? Why? How? What does Terry Bradshaw know? This guy, he didn't know. He probably don't even know the quarterback's playing. He doesn't know who Bo Nix is. Terry was right. He knows what he's talking about. All right. Anybody else? Shirley? Any fries? You need to go in a bag?
Yes.
Okay.
To a team that did win, which I will celebrate for a hot moment because we may not have another one for the rest of the season at the rate we're going. But Miami's Schnapper put the fries in the bag.
Blake Ferguson.
Wow, what happened?
Put the fries in the bag.
Oh, let's talk about the botched snap that basically skipped across the turf.
I saw this.
And the placeholder, I forget who it is, that was holding the ball, had to dig it up out of the ground. Then the damn kicker runs up to it, acts like he's going to kick it, stops, and says, oh, I'm going to pick up the ball and run. When everybody else, in terms of the Patriots' defensive line, was in the backfield already, he got about 6 inches away from the ball and was tackled immediately. It just embarrassing. You can't. How can you be a professional football team? You can't snap the ball. I mean, this was a clip. I encourage you to go and look at this highlight because it's so bad. I mean, from start to finish, from the snap to the hold to the never mind. No, I'm good. I'm going to pick it up and run it and get about half a step away before you are tackled and snowed under. We're lucky we won that ball game because we played a bad Patriots team, but we are just as bad. I mean, this is just embarrassing. This is Ray Finkel all over again. Laces out, damn it.
Are you mad at the kicker?
I'm mad at every damn body.
In the bag.
I'm mad at every Dolphin.
Blake Ferguson, by the way, All-American at LSU, was drafted by the Dolphins as a long snapper.
Yeah. And you see that snap?
Oh, yeah.
That's horrible.
That's pretty funny.
Terrible.
That's weird because, I mean, That is very uncharacteristic of Blake Ferguson. But, yeah, it looks like he just slipped right out of his hands.
As when that happens, Sean, do you get on your long snapper check group and talk about it? Like, do y'all have conversations during Sundays?
Yeah.
Ooh, did you see that Pearl in the Ravens game?
Oh, my God. Right hip and everything, man.
I
recorded a .68 snap time. What did you guys get? I got .7. I
hiked the ball, and apparently I had, like, cooking oil on my hands or something because it just slipped out, and it just kind of...
He was doing a little reverse bowling there. He just rolled it right to the guy.
Somebody could have threw up on the ball.
Like the Packers guy?
That's gross. And if that's the case, just wear dang gloves. This is just the absolute... This is the definition of a Dolphins football team right now.
Yeah, it's bad. I saw somebody say, "What's the score of the Dolphins-Patriots baseball game?" Like people were crapping on that.
It was a pillow fight, and that absolutely made me lose my mind.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Get ready to wrap things up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
IMAX is here with mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound. Come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Say Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
Pirate fans, East Carolina tips off the 2024-25 basketball season soon, so now's the time to purchase your season tickets. High-flying senior R.J. Felton leads the charge on the men's side, while Farmville native Maimai Joyner looks to lead the women back to the NCAA tournament. Men's season tickets start as low as $125, while the women are just $45. Go to ECUPirates.com or call 800-DIAL-ECU to purchase your tickets today.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Public notice, Discount Master Furniture, Greenville, 1501 Evans Street. Everything must go up to 75% off. Living rooms, bedrooms, dinette, purple swivel chairs, ECU, $99. Desk chairs, $10. Queen mattresses, $199. Sofas, much more. Discount Master Furniture up to 75% off. 1501 Evans Street in Greenville, and I'll see you there!
Big game season is here, and I'm not just talking about Pirate football. Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. We're ready to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields. You know what I mean. Get ready with us. Take your pick from the largest selection in Eastern NC. Grab a rifle on a scope, and we'll mount and bore sight it for you. Don't forget Springfield's Gear Up promo. Buy a 2020 Waypoint, get a 2020 Rimfire Target rifle for free. Stay tuned in weekly as we shoot through fall with the best deals around. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Ryan McChrystal, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was not a good day for the stock market. The Dow fell 398 points and closed at 41,954. The NASDAQ was down 213 points at 17,923, and the S&P was down 55 at 5,695. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show.
All right. A few more minutes left to go. See what Check Gang's talking about. Little Nugget checked in. What's up, Little Nug? Jamie says this is J Bone's segment. He is meant for this. Jamie says headed to Vegas tomorrow.
Man!
May miss tomorrow's show unless he gets internet on the plane.
Tell Jamie I'm going to send him a few addresses, and I might need him to do a couple things for me.
Okay.
Hey.
Maybe burn down some Luke Getsy's house.
All right. You could have left that out.
I'm just joking. We're having a good time.
That is a joke.
Yeah, I'm not being serious.
Not serious.
Wink.
Wink. Martindale just walked in. Hey, Wink. Jerry says the rest of the chat gang has to step up in Jamie's absence. That is faux show. Cedric Taylor on Facebook said, in all caps, Charlotte stays undefeated versus EC who? Charlotte beat that EC who ass. Locally owned, Charlotte owns EC who. Cedric Taylor having him a day after Charlotte knocking off East Carolina. I got no response. I got nothing to say to Charlotte.
ECU who?
Biff is my daddy.
Who's our quarterback?
Good question, Tony. Biff is your daddy. Biff is your daddy. Biff is your daddy. All y'all listening, Biff is our daddy.
Daddy.
Next time you see Biff, say, hey, daddy. Where them sleeves at?
What do you guys think about Xavier Worthy over 3.5 yards rushing?
What has he done previously? Because clearly, if you're asking about it, you've looked up the stat and know what he's done rushing this year. No?
Might as well hammer it, honestly.
Might as well put everything you got. In fact, not just everything you got. Might as well deposit like 2-3 hundo in there.
I was thinking 2-3 grand.
2-3 grand and let it ride. No way Sean finds this before the show ends.
Did you see Sean McDermott's game management at the end yesterday? Threw it 3 straight times from the 5.
Yes! And I had Buffalo.
Yeah. Kicked it. I mean, they didn't even have to do anything.
Inside the 5.
Yeah.
Yes. I was screaming about that at the Buck.
The Texans, had to run maybe 3 yards to get in field goal range?
Yeah.
And
ball into midfield, and they got a few yards, booted a field goal, game over.
Xavier Worthy, 5 carries, 39 yards, a touchdown.
You got to look up the game log, John. What are you... God, you frustrate me sometimes.
And then the average per pop is 7.8 yards.
Look up his game log, bro. Do you know what a game log is? All right. Week 1, 21 yards on 1 carry. Week 2, 5 yards on 1 carry. Week 3, 13 yards on 3 carries. Week 4, 0 yards on 0 carries. Basically, if he gets a carry, he's getting it. But will they give him the ball? That is the question. Game log, dude. Game log.
I'd maybe check his receiving yards over since Rashee Rice is out.
Now you're cooking with grease. Travis Kelce, first touchdown. It's got to happen at some point.
Shay's parlay.
And we got and Chandler and I
parlay.
are both on Shay's parlay. And
skip.
Unrelated to that, Chandler and I will be on Instagram Live later tonight.
Whoa.
We'll see you folks Tuesday. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live for Shirley, the Bone, the Chun. I'm Clip Rock. We'll talk to you Tuesday. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate